There you go. There you go. Hold up. I'm just gonna skip the download so that we can be ready, guys. Just gonna skip the download. You know, it's easy. I'm just in story mode, messing around, you know. It's some fun. Yeah, just a minute, guys. I need to do something real quick. I have my PSN in a minute when I'm online, when I'm loading in, probably. It's gonna be a 5 sessions. Give me a minute.
I need money for the bus. Fuck you! Huh?
Report a possible disturbance on Algonquin Boulevard.
Have a minute. I'm just gonna screw around GTA Store mode until the updates drop on. Just need to wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Hold up. Alright, you know what? I'll just have a PSN now. Alright, there you go. And we're ready to go. Well, almost. Alright. We just gotta wait a minute. People join up. Ooh, we got. Oh, yeah, it's me. I forgot. It's like. I don't know, just comment those messages me. Give me a minute, guys. I just gotta do something real quick. And let me just see if it's done updating. Oh, that's not helpful. Who is it? Hey, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, Jesse. Nice name, like that. I will be online soon. We just gotta wait till it's done up. My game is done updating. Hold up. Hey, you join my Discord server? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's why I do role plays and all that. Real nice. You can also host sessions in GTA Online. Alright. Alright guys, I just are we ready? Hold on, what do? Hold on, what? Oh, hey man! Here, hey, I want to start a party. Can I add you to the party? I had no idea who that was. But okay, let me just add it to the party. Alright, there it is. Yeah, just invite you to a party so you can join if you want to. Alright, let's see if it's working. Alright, let's see if it's working. There you go, I can hear my voice now. Wait, oh yeah, alright, now we just, I mean, yeah, I couldn't do the party yesterday. I apologizes for that, but I couldn't do the party yesterday. It was like my game was acting up, so I had to like do a whole repair on it. But now we're on, and I'm ready to be online whenever everybody's ready. Alright, Jizzy. You can join my party whenever you're ready. I'm almost ready. I just gotta, you know. That's how you do a proper introduction. Let's go to screw around, mess around GTA Online, do the story mode, and then. And that's when probably, you know, just, alright, no, not that.
Motherfucker! Cool it! Damn it!
what do you guys think of this? Oh, it's got some GTA Online, guys. It's a shame that we gotta blow it up. Oh wait, no we can't. Or we can.
Citizens reporting an attack on a vehicle north of the Redwood Lights motocross track.
Copy that. On the way.
Suspect last seen north of the Redwood Lights motocross track.
That's what I like to see. There you go. Guys, the game will be done updating soon. We just have to make sure things are going well before doing anything. Yes, so we should be done soon, hopefully. Let's see. Notifications. Notifications are almost done. Whoa. Just gonna wear it. Alright, I'm gonna like, whatchamacallit, hold on. Just get this. So, Jizzy, how are... So, Faze, it's been a while, man. How you doing? Long time, old friend. Long time. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was actually real. Hold on, let me just real quick. Just get, you know what is it, you guys want a trick that should make the update go faster? Yeah, just pause the update every like few seconds and it should go quicker. Like every 44 megabytes will just do like, you know, just, you know, make it go quicker. It's a trick I learned that you can pause the update and resume it and it'll, you know, update quicker. Hopefully, I mean. Alright, we're ready to go have some fun, guys. Oh. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna you see? That's what I'm saying.
Let's go!
Alright, we are ready to have some fun. I almost should be ready.
Fucking asshole! Piece of shit! Fuck you!
Oh God. Oh. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute.
That Big Quest nutrition is now better.
Softer. I wanted to see just how good those benefits are for us in our journey in GTA Online. So a month ago, I made a new account, and I'm only going to progress on this account through the benefits of GTA Plus, just to see how well GTA Plus can help you out as a low level. And now it's a new month of new benefits for GTA Plus, and I want to see how good these benefits are. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So before we get into the new benefits for GTA Plus, I just want to go over where we're currently at right now, how much we have on this new account. And since I released that first video where I just started out as a level 1 with only GTA Plus, I came back one other time just to like max out my product for both my methodology lab and my grass farm. But in doing so, I had to pay a little bit of money for ammo, and we get $500,000 for every GTA Plus month. So I kind of ate into that a little bit just buying ammo. So I resupplied both the methodology lab and the grass farm that I have. And for doing that, I am now a level 10, almost a level 11 GTA Online, and right now I have $406,000. And to go over what we got last month, one thing that we got last month was the methodology lab in Paleto Bay, which is where I'm currently at right here. And along with this methodology lab, we also got the staff upgrade. So that's going to make this business just a tad bit better. And also last month, we did get 50% higher production speeds from the acid lab and 50% extra money when we sold off the acid lab. The issue with that on this account is that I haven't done any of the first dose missions for me to unlock the acid lab. So I don't have an acid lab right now, so that was kind of pointless for me. And also last month we had double money on street dealer sales, and while I could have sold off my grass and my methodology there, but at the time of that recording I did not have any product to sell off to a street dealer. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm filming this on Wednesday too, so I have no idea currently as I'm speaking what the new benefits are going to be. What I do know for sure is that I gotta pay another $6 essentially for GTA Plus, and I will also get $500,000. But really the headliner for last month for GTA Plus had to be the Karen Boar, which is right here for me. Now a lot of people really love the Karen Boar, but personally for this account I was not a fan of it. A lot of the customization for this vehicle was and well, I'm starting out as a level 1 only using GTA Plus, and well, I'm a low level, so I can't really upgrade upgrade this Karen 4. So they gave me a vehicle, essentially, I could not upgrade too much. So now that you're caught up on last month, let's jump into the new benefits for this month. Alright, so now it is Thursday, and currently right now, I am on my main account. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why the heck are you on your main account? You're supposed to be building a new account with only GTA Plus, and it is to show off one of the new benefits for GTA Plus. Now, the reason I'm showing you this on my main account versus my GTA Plus account is because that I need to get something else in order to get this new thing, which I have not acquired yet. You can get the drone station for free if you have GTA Plus. My thoughts on this? God awful. There's no point in a drone station. Whatever. I mean, I'll display it a little bit right here. I mean, yeah, you get to fly a drone. Whoop-de-doo. This is so fun. I mean, yeah, there's really no good use for the drone. I mean, I guess it's fun to, like, troll players. Alright, so, like, here's an NPC right here. You know, she's just walking. She thinks nothing's happening. And, well, bam! Yeah, you can shock her. I mean, yeah, you can get this for free with GTA Plus, but you kind of also need an arcade. Oh, yeah, also, you can detonate your drone. So, like, there's a car right here. I'm just going to explode this drone right next to this car. Ready? And well, boom. That car is blown up. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much the drone station. Alright, so now I'm going to get back to my GTA Plus account, and I'll show you the rest of the stuff there. Alright, so I'm back on my GTA Plus account. I'm looking at how much money I have, and it is the exact same as what it was last time, at $406,000. So I have not been paid my $500,000, so thank you, game. Really appreciate it. Way to be on top of things. But let's just get into the main highlight of what this new month is going to bring us for GTA Plus. And that is going to be the Vapid Slam Truck right here. And, geez, this is not good. It has an original price of $1,310,000, and just scratch that out and absolutely make it free, but who cares? I really don't want this vehicle, but whatever, that's fine. You know, this is what GTA Plus is going to give me. I will just get this. Yeah, sure, let's just get the Vapid Slam Truck. There we go. Alright, so I just called in the Slam Truck, and here it is right here, the absolutely free vehicle that I get for GTA Plus. And, oh my gosh, such a great vehicle. Oh my god, oh, okay. Okay, what a great vehicle. I have never used this truck before. I don't have it on any of my other 2 accounts, and, well, I think it's good reason for it. Geez, do you see the back of this thing? It's going literally in the ground. Now, the main reason for that is that this vehicle has hydraulics on it, actually. I'm at an auto shop right here. Paleto Bay. Oh, look, more stuff I can't buy. Thank you. I wanted to come to Respray right here, though. But for this month in GTA Plus, you get the Purple Pearl Chameleon paint job, and then you also get the Red Orange Flip Chameleon paint job. I'm actually gonna go with the purple. I don't know. This just sucks. Yeah, so this is pretty much the Slam Truck right here. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm being very sarcastic. This vehicle sucks. No point in this vehicle. Oh, Dr. Crunch, you can put vehicles on the back of it. Oh, okay, so you're pretending like you're actually going to use this for its intended use. Okay. All right, I mean, ready? Oh, jeez. Hold on. I need to lower it down. Hold on, I forgot to lower it down. That's on me. Jeez, oh my god. Dude, that's just literally as low as it gets. I'm gonna have to get somewhere where it's like a tad bit angle. Where did my van go? I turn around and my van disappeared. Whatever, man. I set it up next to a curb. Maybe it'll work right here. Gosh, I hope so. Okay, can we get it now? Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, this is so awesome. Yeah, now let's use it for its intended use. Ready? Here we go. Oh my god, this is so cool. Wow, we can haul vehicles in the back. Oh my gosh. Wow, so cool. Oh no, it left. Oh jeez. Oh my. Yeah, this is god awful. This is so bad. I thought the Karen 4 was bad. The Karen 4 was bad because I couldn't upgrade it. This is just bad in general. I don't have this on my main account for a reason. It sucked. I can't even drive this thing. You know, no, we're getting out. You also get biker helmets and jackets. I mean, whoop-de-doo. I don't care. I really don't care. And then the ways you can make money this week in GTA Plus is going to be getting 50% more money on G's Cashes, which, I mean, I guess that's alright, but it's not crazy good. I do that like once a day. But then you also get triple money for free mode events, and I absolutely hate this. Now, the reason I hate this is that you cannot control when free mode events start up. I mean, it's just determined by whatever the game is just like, alright, free mode event now. We're doing it now. Yeah, you can't control it. I'm not a fan of free mode events. The pay on free mode events are not good either. I mean, I want to see if I can do one in this video, but I mean, I'm kind of crunched on time, so I might not even do one in this video, but yeah, you get triple rewards, though, on free mode events. But I guess right now, while I wait on a free mode event to, like, start up, I'll go to G's Cash, and I guess show you the extra money they get from that. Oh yeah, and I'm not using the slam truck anymore. We will go back to the Karen Boar. Karen Boar was bad for a low level, but it is a lot better than that slam. Alright, so I've made it to G's Cash, and well, I did fail to mention there is a discounted property for this week, and the reason I forgot about this is because it's absolutely crap. It's garages that are discounted 50%. Who cares about this? Really, who cares? Do I really need a $34,000 garage to be cut in half to $17,000? Please, how broke do you think I am? No, that's embarrassing. That's just, no, it's so stupid. I don't get that. I mean, I'm looking at the low-end garages here, but I mean, the median, like, come on. Do you really think I can't afford a $62,000 garage? Like, still, even though, like, this one is, like, the most expensive, like, garage, and then, like, you have, like, the least expensive, like, high-end apartment, which still gives you a 10-car garage, I will still take the apartment, the high-end apartment. But anyways, I gotta find this G's Cash, so let me look for that. Oh my god, I finally found G's Cash. This took me like 10 minutes, jeez. Okay, so I got $22,533 out of that, along with ammo and snacks. I mean, even with me, like, having trouble finding it, it's still a lot more consistent than the free mode challenges, and yeah, I'm not even gonna do that in this video, because I have things to do today. I just don't sit here, I'm like, oh, please, give me a free mode challenge game. Like, come on, like, do you think I actually do that? No game. So yeah, this month for GTA Plus. It's god-awful. It is absolute trash. My goal for this series was not to, like, give my opinions. I just wanted to display it as, like, a low level and let you come up with your own conclusions. I'm not doing that for this month. This month is so bad on so many levels. It's just, I don't get it. Like, people actually sat there and they said to each other with a straight face, this is a good idea for GTA Plus. People are giving us money monthly, and this is how we're going to award them. Like, what? Like, what delusion are y'all on? They actually sat there, they said, yes, yeah, wow, this is a great idea, yeah. The slam truck, wow, everyone loves the slam truck. Oh yeah, and free mode events, yeah, people, there's so many people do free mode events, dude. Every time that, like, I get into, like, a session where free mode event is happening, it is a shock if 3 people are doing it, and I'm usually in, like, maxed out sessions with, like, 30 people in it. I'm looking at it right here on my phone, and they're saying, oh, if you want to give us feedback, just click this link right here. No, I'll just tell it to you straight up. It's embarrassing. This is actually embarrassing. This is pretty embarrassing that this is actually what y'all came to conclusion for as a good event month. No, this is terrible. And on top of it, still don't have my $500,000 for this month. Thank you, game. Really appreciate it. Kind of weird when it says every month GTA Plus members receive a bonus of $500,000. I was even kind of on the fence over last month. Last month was amazing compared to this. Last month actually got me started out in GTA Plus. See, in my opinion, GTA Plus, it doesn't make sense for like a high level, like my main account, to get GTA Plus, because I already have everything. I think it makes sense as a low level to get these benefits so you can start up your GTA Online career. Well, this month is not helping you at all. What, do you think a slam truck is going to help me out in my early days of GTA Online? No. Just embarrassed. Just straight up embarrassed. I don't know, man. Well, I guess I'll see you next month, and hopefully they make some improvements. Because, gosh, this was an embarrassing month. Make sure you check out this video right here if you want to see me start out as a level 1 and only gain money by spinning a wheel.
We now return to Top Chef, Looney Tunes edition.
Okay, Chef Bud, I was a little disappointed in you this week. Your dish was just a live rabbit who thought he was taking a bath.
But I used carrots and celery.
Yes, I saw he was scrubbing his back with a long celery stalk. Chef Sylvester, on the other hand, I'm happy to say your supper in succotash was absolutely delicious. Thanks.
Hello? Oh, hi, Bonnie. No, I'm not doing anything, just sitting here with the baby.
Screw you, too. Oh, hey, Brian. Hey, want to go out and get some gluten-free pizza? I'm gluten-free now. But, I'm not going to be annoying about it.
Too late.
Oh, we should be gluten-free together. Let's go to Whole Foods and buy a bunch of stuff from that weird aisle nobody else goes down.
I can't. I got plans. I'll see you later.
Sure, maybe another time. I didn't seem too desperate, right? Don't answer. It's just that Brian's been so distant lately, and we used to be inseparable.
Yeah, it's klutzes, huh? Why don't you spin another tail, craptooth? No. And then we had to...
Well, so then
Oh, we might. Don't answer. It's just that Brian's been so distant lately, and we used to be inseparable, like Jack and Jill.
Well, so then Jack takes these 2 pails of water and trips and totally falls down the hill.
Yeah. Hey, I got a funny story. Jill had a tooth fall out, and she swallowed it, and then we had to root through her feces to find it. And we did. And then we took it to the dentist, and he put it back in her mouth. So I guess we're both klutzes, huh? Why don't you spin another tail, craptooth? No? My turn again? Okay. Jill's Baron.
I'm Tucker. Some sad news this morning as 38 school children drowned with their... excuse me. When their school bus hit a patch of ice and drove off a local... what is wrong with me today? And drove off a local bridge. And now the viral video of the week with over 7 million views. For those of you who loved screaming sheep, we've got Opera Penguin. Silence, Simran.
What? You serious? So it is a bone? What the hell are you doing?
I saw a scary boy doing this, and I thought I'd try it.
All right, have fun. I'm late.
Late? But I thought you and I could hang out and maybe watch Lois shut... There he goes again. He's being so standoffish. I don't understand. We used to be that happy. Wait a minute. Joe and Bonnie never used to spend time together until they had Susie. Having a baby seemed to have made them closer. Babies save relationships.
Oh, look at you. You're flying. Okay, thanks, Bonnie. Next, I want to ride a bike.
That's it, Rupert. That's how Brian and I are going to improve our relationship. We're going to have a baby. I say, this is my best idea since I robbed a Joseph A. Bank. 3 suits for $99? Take me to jail. All right, I want tonight to be perfect. I'm going to lay it all out for Brian why we should have a baby together. I don't know. I haven't even thought about that. Why are you so obsessed with circumcision?
Oh, hey, look, you made a little dinner party. Hi, Rupert.
He won't be joining us. Get up. Please, sit.
You okay?
I'm terrific, and that is so sweet of you to ask. You really are a natural caregiver, aren't you? Do you mind not texting?
Sorry, just finishing right now. Almost done. Now. There.
Thanks. So I wanted to talk to you about... Are you just going to leave it on the table?
I won't look at it.
Great. So I wanted to... You're looking at it.
Sorry, work.
It's not work.
It'll just take a second. I normally wouldn't do this, but I was already kind of in the middle of something, and I just need to quickly respond, and there I am finished. Yeah. Okay, just a few more words, and done. Sorry.
Okay, so...
No, I'm not going to get it.
Then maybe we can take it off the table.
No, just keep going.
I was thinking we should talk about having a... This isn't fun for me, watching you text.
No, this is great. Yum. But I gotta go. I have a date.
This is serious, Rupert. I'm losing him. We're going to fix this relationship. We need a baby, and we need it now. He's going to take a little bit of his DNA. Soon we'll be proud parents, like Ron Livingston.
No, at least 5 Sex in the Cities. What is his name? What is his name? Is your son Ron Livingston?
Yes.
Oh, God, thank God.
Ron Livingston, thank you. That has been bugging me all day.
Okay, let's see. Now, what are the ingredients to a viral internet video?
Cats.
Yes, cats, good. People reacting to watching gross stuff.
Oh, yeah, because you're like, ah, that's gross. Can I get a soda? What? No. This is like the worst time to ask for a soda.
Unbelievable.
You know what? We should just go out and start filming. Because I think we're really going to surprise everyone. Like Buster Keaton did in his first talking picture.
Here we go. I'm moving through the scene, and I slammed the door. Oh, no. I slammed it too hard, and the house is going to squash me. Oh, it turned out that window was there. Pause for laughing amazement.
All right, Rupert. The fertilization device is complete. This will impregnate me with the child that will bring Brian and me back together. First, I add Brian's hair and saliva and some preschool applications because we are already way behind. There. Now I just have to get into the machine and then the machine made me. We do not judge the machine. We do not judge Stewie. Goodbye, body. You're going to watch me get pregnant. I want to look at you when it happens. Yeah, you watch me, bitch. What have you done? I think you mean, what have we done? What? Ryan? We're pregnant. A bunch of stuff from that weird...
Clue Berlange.
To success? Hey, Chris, you, Quagmire? You enjoy pornography, too?
Yep. I know that a man's porn collection must be secured and protected at all costs.
Someone would want to be a bughead, human ears, or... Bingo.
More trouble than she realizes.
I'm having such a craving for burgers. It's like my body is just craving red meat and mid-chip ice cream. But only weird.
Yes, Stewie, that's the one weird thing in all this.
What are you looking at? Go push your buttons. My husband will kick your ass.
Stop saying I'm your husband.
Oh, Brian, I need you to take me to the hospital.
Why?
My water just broke.
Oh, my God.
It's okay. Don't panic. Call the doula. Brian, you've got to call the doula.
Doula?
I don't even know what that is. It's a divorced woman who knows about lady parts and cheers you on. Let's go. Can you see the head? I don't know where to look, but maybe you should look at the part of me where there's a baby coming out. Oh, oh. How did Murphy Brown make this look so easy?
Careful, don't get anything on the...
Seats.
Oh, God, I think another one's coming.
I don't see it.
I think it's coming out of my mouth. There's more. And they're coming out of everywhere. Kill me. This hurts too much. Holy... What is happening? I don't know. Ryan, save them.
Yes, he does.
You know, I was actually thinking, this could be a chance.
Get you the facts on this bizarre story. But first, this week's viral video, Fat Kid Hustle... We're trying. Levels get too low.
I believe Chris gets 4 million hits just crossing the street.
I guess we were trying too hard.
Hey, I went by your house the other day. Is your baby... Stop doing that!
I need a break, all right? I just gotta get away for a couple weeks.
A couple of weeks?
What does Justin feels? This is awful. I don't know why anyone would want to be a parent, especially to 4 children.
4? I thought we were down to 5.
Yeah, the deaf one didn't hear Joe's lawnmower.
Oh, that's really upsetting.
I can't take this anymore, Stewie. I'm sorry. I gotta get out of here.
What? Where are you going? Stop doing that!
I need a break, all right? I just gotta get away for a couple weeks.
A couple of weeks? You're not leaving me alone with these things. The whole point of this was for us to spend more time together. What are you talking lately? I thought if we had a baby, it would bring us closer together.
What? I was only distant because you've been so moody lately. I thought you needed more space. I always want to hang out with you.
I was only moody because you were so distant. I always want to hang out with you, too.
Oh, my God.
So, we didn't have to do any of this.
I guess not. How attached to them are you?
Not at all.
Yeah, me either.
This is for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll be adopted.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm still keeping all the gifts from the baby shower.
You had a baby shower?
Because today is Christmas. Thank you.
Tonight. Jingle bells, jingle up. Oh, what fun to laugh and sing. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a Lincoln 8KZ.
The Family Guy Christmas Special, brought to you by Lincoln. Lincoln, what are we doing?
Hand it over. Give me everything.
I love this time of year. You know, Chris, you and your stillborn twin Smiths were named after Christmas. I see the kids put their gifts under the tree. Brian, I don't think you put yours there yet.
Well, as we know, the true spirit of the holiday is one of giving. So I've signed all of us up to volunteer tomorrow at a homeless shelter. That's your present.
What?
He's coming fast. He can't wait to see us.
Get out of the road, you idiots.
And he's headed right to the bar.
The clam's on the other side of town. He went out of his way to do this.
We now return to...
But I got things to do. Gotta get down to the donut shop. You know, 2 days ago, I was at the donut shop, and I said, hey, donut guy, you got anything warm back there? He says, try the fritters. They were. They were? What does that even mean? They were. You must mean twere. The fritters twere warm. What's that? We're out of time. Oh. I'm fired. Hey, you know O.J. Simpson is a wife-beating murderer, right? Oh, right. Was. Twas.
Well, I gotta get home. Every year we gather round and play Oh Holy Night from our favorite holiday album, A Very Slow Christmas with Peebo Bryson.
Hey, to the windows!
Baby was his virgin mother. Hey, Frank, could you turn that off? My cat's freaking out.
Who's that now? I don't know voices yet. I'm new blind. Star Blizzard.
To the airport and pick up my other cousins at a different... Every year, my parents invite us to their house to enjoy Christmas in Newport. And every year we don't go because you don't want to. Well, this year, I am going, and the kids are coming with me.
Go ahead. I'm fine by myself. I'll just watch my Patrick Swayze movie and take a 2 full bath.
It's in Wonderland. Aha! I love you, Patrick.
Merry Christmas, kids. Merry Christmas in Wonderland. Peter. Santa could fit into a pair of 22-inch waist jeans.
Patrick Swayze? How is that even possible? You're dead.
Haven't you ever seen Ghost? Peter, you're in trouble. So I've come back to help you recapture the true spirit of Christmas.
Ghost house.
Roadhouse.
Ghost road.
House.
Road ghost. The ghost of Patrick Swayze. I can't believe it. I just want to run through your hair like a dog.
Just to find it.
Oh, wow. This is my old house from when I was a little kid.
That's right, Peter. I've taken you all the way back to the year 1970, 80, 90.
I'll never forget that year when
Everything's for you.
Yay! Cookies at 7 a.m. Thank you, careless parent. I'm going to eat them and hum.
Hold it in! Hold it in!
Hold it in! Hold it in! Hold it in! Hold it! Hold it!
You died before Game of Thrones, but a lot of people will like that. What is this? Are we still in the past?
No, this is the present. And I just want you to see that not everyone in Quahog has lost the Christmas spirit.
Christmas.
What's this?
Cold.
What?
Bad.
Oh!
Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you, Santa. Daddy, you missed Santa. He was right here.
I'm not supposed to be sharing this with you, so listen closely before it gets taken down. The IRS has given Americans additional spending.
That was a delicious meal, Daddy.
You all laughed when I suggested Boston Market. Well, who's laughing now?
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
What did she say?
She wishes you a Merry Christmas.
That's not what she said.
Time for figgy pudding.
Seems like they're having a good time without you.
Oh, they're just pretending to have fun. I'm sure they miss me.
We should probably call Dirt.
You mean Dad?
No, the fat guy who sleeps with Mom.
You guys talking about Dad?
More champagne, miss?
Miss? Oh, my. But that penis.
Yeah, see, again, if you read between the lines, she's flirting. But this isn't a Merry Christmas. You're not scaring me with any of this, Patrick Swayze. And no matter what you show me, there's no way my family won't be right back here spending Christmas with me.
Yeah, Lois had to sell her clothes to get by. I mean, I love having this underwear. I just don't love why I have it.
God, it's...
I know.
And no matter what you... What? Is this how Jonah Hill was made?
I can't believe our buddy's dead.
I know. And it's so sad. He left his family with nothing.
Yeah, Lois had to sell her clothes to get by. I mean, I love having this underwear. I just don't love why I have it.
God, it's so sad. Who's this poor Benjamin that just died?
Nobody ever said Benjamin.
Poor dead Benjamin.
All right, you're not getting it. Let me just take you to your house.
Boy, I love the holiday season with my husband who's right upstairs, just out of frame.
Oh, am I coming down? Oh, please tell me I lost the weight and kept it off this time.
Merry Christmas.
Who's that guy?
That's Lois's new husband, Lance.
Wow. I finally had the guts to leave her. Good for you, Peter. What about the kids? How are they doing?
See for yourself.
All right, everybody, I'm off to Colombia.
Chris got into Colombia?
South America, where I will attempt to smuggle drugs back into the country in my rectum.
Yeah, I knew there was some kind of rug pull coming.
And I'm off to Yale,
The lockmaker?
the lockmaker, where I have a minimum wage job.
All right, okay, yeah, I'm getting ahead of these.
I'm going to Brown. 4 boxes of Jimmy Dean pure pork sausage for my breakfast.
Well, I'm proud all my kids got into Ivy League puns, but what happened to Brian? What's Brian doing out here in the graveyard? He usually sleeps at the foot of my bed.
He still does.
Oh, my God. I'm dead? But how?
You died from a fire started by your MILF on a shelf.
Want to see some pictures of my teenagers?
No, Karen. Look, I haven't watered my Christmas tree for a few weeks now, so could you watch your really long cigarette, please?
Did I tell you I went to the mall with my daughter and an employee thought we were sisters?
Yes, many times. I don't understand. Why didn't someone in my family save me?
They went to Newport because you wanted to be by yourself, remember? Looks like you got what you wanted.
Oh, my God, look, it's my ghost.
Not exactly.
Why do I smell so bad? Because I'm a dog fart now. What? Why? Because that's what happens when you lose your Christmas spirit. You spend all of eternity as a dog fart. Was this in the book? Yes, it was an obscure chapter written during Dickens' opium and spoiled lamb phase. But how do I... Where'd he go?
Don't worry, Brian's a 13-year-old dog. You're around a lot.
Please, Peter, don't lose your Christmas spirit. It's disgusting in there. He eats garbage in his own poo. Please, Peter, don't lose your Christmas spirit. This is no life for a person. Please, Peter, he ate Lois's trash. There's tampons in there. Please, Peter, keep your Christmas spirit. Please, Peter, this is no life for a person. Please, Peter, I'm the tampon one. No, no, no! No, please, spirits, no, no! Where am I? What day is it? All the porn girls I follow on Instagram have Santa hats on. It must be Christmas. Merry Christmas, POV Angie. Merry Christmas, XXX_Tara Kink under... Is Ed?
Oh, Peter, you did come.
Yes, Lois, I'm here. All loaded up with Christmas spirit and a sack full of hastily bought gifts from the CVS. For Chris, a special People magazine look back at Robin Williams because he killed himself.
Wow, look how 16. The top blew away.
For Brian, a Rhode Island sweatshirt with both road and island misspelled.
Wow, it hurts when I put it up.
Goodness.
And finally, for Meg, a clock radio with an iPod jack for the iPod.
Mom, what's he doing?
I don't know, Chris.
One thing I really like about the TC2s is really the size, being able to travel.
I used cowards since...
Just be quiet and meditate now. Right off?
This...
Todd? All of them. Go around the block again. She's still out front.
Gone around 6 times. Let's just talk to her.
Yeah, you're right. Rip it off quick like a Band-Aid. Hey, Meg, you know Mr. Quagmire, right? Bye.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm selling my old Beanie Babies to make money for the prom.
Me, I could try to get you a job at the airport. They always need new TSA.
I think I can handle that.
Board fascism.
It's...
Rip it off quick like a big punch.
Those boots are made for walking. Up to guys' butts.
And we asked what... No, hold on a minute.
Still no sign of Cleveland?
Yeah.
Been a little rash. Our ratings have dropped 50%. Whatever's...
Except...
Talking about you... Computer, what does...
Ilya is so...
What?
Wow, Cleveland.
Like what?
Well, there's the Star Bath.
Oh, Stewie, how exciting.
There's golden soda biscuits. Piece of junk.
Dick Chris. I did. I took you.
50 times.
Absolutely.
What about what you said?
To eat this off of, and I got myself a night.
But of course, every episode of Family Guy starts here than it sounds.
Stamp right up. Hey, you guys notice how many Asians there?
Hey, Chris, I'm giving... To just let this go. Leaving you alone in the...
In fact, I was just about to melt some cheap egg. And you want to be my boyfriend.
Oh,
but one day. Production who doesn't know he's being...
The restaurant where he was a class action settlement, he entered rehab, and that's where he found Jesus. The restaurant was called Sprinklers.
What's next for Peter Griffin? It's time for you to leave.
All right, fine. You bastards can fire me, but at least I'm leaving with my...
Have a good life, Mr. G. Your penis is out. Welcome back to Inside...
My family doesn't want me on the show. There's no reason I should keep living with them. I mean, there's no hard feelings. I just feel like this is best for me, and this is best for those staff.
Why didn't you become one?
Because of you, bud. I smiled at one girl in a cell phone store, and now here I am stuck eating cereal for dinner with a kid.
You'll always be a rock star to me, Dad.
You ruined my life. I'm going to bed.
Family Guy. And the first rehearsal with David Spade appears to be going very well.
strippers doing in our house?
Each other? Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I just... 3-year-old boy.
Who is this guy? I'm not familiar with him.
That's David Spade from Just Shoot Me.
I don't know that one.
He was in Grown Ups, Joe Dirt, Saturday Night Live.
Saturday, what happened?
He was also in some movie called Senseless.
With Marlon Wayans? Oh, yeah, he played Scott Thorpe. Donna, I'm here with Scott Thorpe. That's right, from Senseless. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm having a blast.
I am reserved for shooting all those flashbacks and cutaway gags we love so much. And what most people don't know is that all these gags are directed by James Cameron. What's that? I'm sorry. Apparently, I misread the cue card. They're directed by They love it. Tell the director. Where is he?
It says don't take it with alcohol, but you...
Under it flipping a Honda.
Door was unlocked. I'm sure that's fine. Well, this seems like a really cheery place, and...
It hasn't affected our friend. But when one of my rings went down...
The feed.
It's definitely giving running through the field.
Oh my gosh.
The reason why I love shopping with Google is because you can use the filters and it will only show you the things in your budget. This dress feels flowy, I'm telling you. A black dress is all you need.
With ButcherBox, you never have to worry about what's for dinner. We deliver.
Oh, my head.
She already has 2 cell phones.
How you doing? Come on in.
To eat this off.
Marriage.
Oh, thank God.
Just we got the whistle pop.
Never seen it.
Stewie, you were right. What the hell?
Hey, kids, have you seen my wallet? Oh, Nichols! Son of a bitch! Do you think I'm ever going to be able to have... Birthdays are the hardest.
Grandpa only gave me $1?
Chris, you write him a thank you note. That will is still wide open.
Wow, $1. 29 more cents and I can buy my Sharona on iTunes. Well, that guy did not like sharing Sharonas. Nobody will know because it's in my coffee cup. Wow, getting drunk in the morning. Who are you, Hoda Cop? Hoda Cop? Kathy Lee Giffen?
Oh, come on, it's just an eye-opener. Just a little hair of the me.
Spoken like a truly unfunny alcoholic. You know, I bet you couldn't go a single day without booze.
One day, you're on. How much you want to bet?
I will bet you $1.
Thank you. I will take that and give you a spoon because you're a dumb baby.
Hey, what the hell do you think? Ooh, a spoon.
Okay, another car ride, another opportunity to practice my DJ ramp-ups. Just gotta navigate iTunes while merging onto the freeway. Hey, from 9 to 2.
Heads have to... Money has... So I made it. Click.
I gotta do laundry so I can stop hanging out in my underwear with a bunch of guys. All right, give me all your money.
Stewie, what's this guy doing? No idea. I don't know him that well. He was kicking a red box machine outside of CVS. Seemed like the kind of guy who could help us out.
He's still a hero to us.
So I made it, Cleveland made it, and now you made it, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for the recap.
Yeah, everybody's made it but this guy.
Quit it, get off of me.
Oh, what's wrong, Pete?
Stop it, stop touching me.
Hey, guys, I did it 3 more times while you were grab-assing. Need a lift?
should be a Geico commercial. You're absolutely right.
You don't have ass or grass, so I'll be taking this dollar. No, I don't want ass. Just give me the dollar. And now to turn slightly.
Ah, heck, I did a fail.
Dollar. Oh, my dollar. I guess Meg didn't care. My heart broken, and nothing to console me but the screaming black dolphins.
Man, that dollar's getting all over town. Yeah, like your mom. Oh, dang. Oh, man, you know this man.
Hey, man, you seen that movie, The Code?
The Code? How you just gonna be talking about The Code? I mean, I saw the movie, but...
You seen that movie, The Code?
The Code?
I'll be right back. Hold up. Estamos en negocio. Tu mamá. ¿De qué tú estás hablando, Lucero?
¿Por qué a Rey no le gusta la pizza?
¿De qué tú estás hablando? Lucero, Lucero, ven aquí.
¿Que a ti no te gusta la pizza?
¿De qué tú estás hablando? Motora de queso.
Always be my favorite little boy.
Truck. Sleep tight. For a year now. With your fingernail. The mustache. Well, I suppose I could lose it. No. He was slightly inconveniencing me and Joe, so we threatened to destroy his family.
Since he eats like 9 candy bars a day, if we wait here at the convenience store, he's bound to...
Hey, can you buy us some beer?
I don't know. I don't think it'd be right.
I knew you weren't cool.
No, hold on a minute. See, this is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I guess, but what we could really use is some weed.
I think that might be over the line.
See, I told you this guy wasn't cool.
Oh, no, hold on a minute.
Mr. Griffin, did you or did you not distribute alcohol and marijuana to minors?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Told you this defendant wasn't cool.
Oh, no, hold on a minute.
Still no sign of Cleveland?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe our best bet is to just drive around town and see if we can spot him. Okay, well, he's not at the mini golf course. Okay, he's still not at the mini golf course. Oh, wow, look at that windmill.
Peter, do you want to go mini golfing?
Yes?
Well, he wasn't by the snow cones.
I love today.
Hi, Meg.
Larry, what are you doing here? I thought we were going to meet at the Tubi store and see who buys luggage at the airport.
Meg, I've got some disturbing news.
The ones we have a zillion of but are somehow never there when people need them?
That's right. And I'm going to have to check your locker. I don't need to tell you how serious this is.
Wait, Larry, I was framed. I bet it was Marla.
I'm sorry, Meg. You're fired. I'm going to need your small, ridiculous tie.
You're firing me?
I have a duty to this country, and with people like you stealing tubs, how are we ever going to catch Abu Nazir?
That's not even a real person. That's the terrorist from Homeland, and they caught him.
Goodbye, Meg.
Goodbye.
Meg, I'll miss the way you reminded people about their belts.
We've looked everywhere. Where the hell?
Guys, I think we need to embrace the possibility that Cleveland never existed.
Yeah, if only there was some kind of clue as to where he might be.
That's right, Cleveland had a deli. We should check it.
Cleveland? This place has been closed for 6 years.
You know what? Eggshell and don't go bad. Oh, son of a whore, give me some milk. Oh, okay, that helped.
Nice, this place is a dump.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a symbol of all my failures.
Cleveland!
You're okay. Oh, I'm so glad we found you.
Listen, I'm sorry we threatened to play a bunch of bags on party stripper stuff. I'd never do that. Because I would have talked to Donna, and that's just...
And I'm sorry I caused such problems in your marriage. Truth is, I was faking it as a therapist. I've been back almost a year, and I still got nothing going on.
Cheer up, Cleveland. I mean, Joe doesn't have a job either.
What are you talking about? I'm a cop.
Oh, wait, that's real? I thought that was like a Make-A-Wish thing. All right, come on, buddy. Let's get out of here. And, you know, even though therapy might not be your thing, you've got a job as my 4th best friend.
After the dog?
After the dog.
Peter, thanks for going to find Cleveland and bringing him home safely.
Hey, that's what friends are for. What about you, Meg? What'd you do this week?
What, so you can make fun of me?
No, Meg, I'm your father, and I'm interested in what... Of course, Meg, I care about my family.
I feel like you're drawing this out, so when you do make fun of me, it'll hurt more.
What? That hurts, Meg. You know, you can be very hurtful. I'm asking you, please. And you don't have to tell me. I want to know because I'm interested in what you did this week. It enhances my life to know how yours is going.
You promise.
Okay, well, now you owe me an apology.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to you wanting to know. Of course, I'd love to tell you what happened.
Then by all means, it's just upsetting. You thumb your nose at the family. But I love you, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Cómete esa amiguita también, coño.
Okay, this is actually kind of funny. I joined the team.
Here's your man and the family guy. Man is Dr. Credit.
Oh, Stewie, how exciting. Your first visit to a real fire station.
Yeah, you kids always love your first trip to the fire station. Remember when we took Meg?
Eso es lo que no se toma nada, porque no se lo
questions that I can answer for
Toma
you.
agua. Tú no te vas a ahora y vas a jadear.
Dad, fall asleep with a cigarette? Lazy fire turds! Have another donut cake? We got guns. You got hoses. See you on the softball field. Over here is our kitchen, where we make all our meals. And upstairs is where we sleep.
What about your wives and families?
Sometimes we don't see them for long periods of time.
Well, that sounds awfully lonely. Like being an NBA player on the road.
Baby, I miss my wife so much. Thanks for understanding that we can't do.
I'm designing a serene patio space, and I cannot find the perfect love seat. Google has this cool AR feature that actually lets you see products within your space. Look how cute that looks. I'm going to take a photo. Shop with Google to find Target and the rest of your favorite brands.
Anything. I just want to cuddle.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I'm just doing what a man should do, respecting the sacred institution of marriage. And now, straight to sleep.
This message brought to you by the NBA. Let's all pretend this happens.
Hey, Chris, you think it's safe to drink from a fire hose?
Why not, Dad? It's just water.
All right, well, turn it on. I'm very thirsty. Nice job, Chris. You got my shirt wet.
Now, few people realize that until 1928, there were no hoses, and you actually had to fight. Whoa, scrappy little blaze, huh?
Oh my God, the fire's got a gun!
What the was that?
Come on, Stewie, we're going.
Just a moment, Brian. I'm pretending I'm a fireman. I'm not playing pretend. My name's Peter, and I work in the brewery. Now I'm going to put on my pants and go talk to my co-workers that these pants have stool in them.
Oh, what now? Don't mind me.
Well, I hope everyone had a fun afternoon at the firehouse.
I sure did, Mom. I can't wait for the next family outing. Oh, thanks, Mike. I hate fire stations.
No problem, man.
Is that alcohol on your breath?
Yeah, maybe.
You're playing this too fast and loose, Mike.
But you were wearing a mask for most of it. Or rather, did you exceed your own expectations? Yours truly, Peter Griffin. P.S. You were in Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Did you know that?
Hey, there's something here from the Nielsen Company.
Dear Griffin family, you have been specially selected from amongst millions of American households to be a Nielsen family. And as such, to have your TV viewing habits monitored in order to measure television ratings. Oh, kids, this came all the way from Delaware.
What does all that mean?
Well, Meg, it sounds like they want us to be part of a select group of people that helps determine what's on TV.
We're going to be a Nielsen family? That's awesome. I think that's the wrong music. There you go.
Caused me problems at my old job. And that'll do it for us here at Channel 12 News. Make sure you turn those clocks ahead. Good night, St. Louis.
Yeah, I don't know. I was never that crazy about the mustache.
Well, I suppose I could lose it and just use more makeup.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And maybe a festive hat would make things more festive.
All right, this is good. Any other suggestions?
Yeah, can you end each show by trying to pull start a very cold... At lunch, go to the gym, have a workout. And then... Kent and Lois Lane finally get together.
Lois, I love you. And I want there to be no more secrets between us. I am Superman.
Oh my God.
The only thing that can kill me is kryptonite. Or latex. Or lambskins.
But 3 lucky strikes, and you're in.
Nice try, Don. But I'm afraid we're going to have to take our business elsewhere.
Oh? I don't think so.
I knew it. I knew it was the ex-boyfriend.
Hope you make it. You're real good. Surprising development.
We just school in the country.
While Rockstar Games was once a developer with plenty of franchises under its belt, over the years the company has shifted its focus to two key franchises, and bustle of cities over Red Dead Redemption's vast pastures and rolling hills.
Grand Theft Auto 6 will go back to the neon-infused streets of Vice City, which will be instantly familiar to fans of the series. Rediscovering the space is an exciting prospect, but it could be inadvertently even more beneficial to the developer's Western series. Grand Theft Auto has traveled to a few different locations since its inception in 1997. From the gray playground of GTA's Liberty City to the sun-soaked streets of Los Santos, each location has the potential to impress with each iteration. Vice City is no different, oozing style and substance in equal measure.
Oh, my update?
To Miami
Hold on.
in the 1980s by
My update will be done soon. I just have to, it's like, hold on, let me see, yeah. It says 5,735 megabytes, but I'm making it go faster by stopping the update and restarting it. Alright, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna close the door. Hold on. I don't want anybody to hear that. Sorry if I broke the towel. Oh, you have no idea what you just heard in the background. Oh, that's funny. I'll do that in a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on, my update will be done soon. I just have to, yeah. Sorry, ma. Gracias, ma.
Mira, la servilleta ahí te limpia y toma agua. Toalla, la puse a secar aquí, recoge.
Give me a minute. I'll be back. There you go. That's better. Now I hear myself even better. I just had to fix mine to make sure I can hear my own voice clearly. You know what I mean. Mm.
The book club is back.
You're going to get married in a church?
Hope they don't run a background check.
For a bachelorette adventure.
Wait a minute.
This is $1. This is $1 million. There's not enough paper in the universe to print $1 million.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Adi Chu, and today I'm going to be trying to survive one in-game week with low health, stamina, and Deadeye. I start off with literally no ammo. This entire time, this challenge will go by so much faster. You've got to be kidding me. They're on me again? Oh my god, they're just on the other side of the lagoon. Oh shit. Oh no, this is bad. Oh shit, you see them? Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. They just will not stop chasing me. Will they find me here? Oh shit, get back inside. Close the door. Oh shit, close the door. Oh shit, close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door. Close! The red marky thing is getting worse. Oh no. Have they gotten closer? Oh shit, they have. The dogs are crossing the lagoon. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What the fuck? How did they smell me through all this snow? Dude, don't come any closer. Oh no, they're on the road. Oh shit, oh shit. Run, 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 run. Oh, I can't whistle for my horse. He'll hear it. I'm gonna have to leave my horse. Oh my god, my stamina. Take some cocaine, take some cocaine. Dogs are the dogs are right there. Oh my god, why did I do that? I trapped myself in that cabin. I might be able to juke them here. I think he saw me. I think the dog saw me. Oh shit, no, run, run. Oh my god, horse! Right, they're not following me up here. That is surprising. Oh horse, thank god you actually made it up here, you freaking genius. Oh my god, did I just make it through that? We lost them. We lost them. Oh yes! Let's get it. So clearly Amberino did not work as a successful hiding spot. Where else could I hide out? You know what? I think we have a slightly bigger concern right now. I'm running out of food. All I've got are 2 canned salmons and some alcohol. Wow. Okay, that's going to be an issue. All I've got is $3. That's all I've managed to scrounge out. Let's go to the nearest general store. Oh, shit. They won't let me in. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's not even me. There's some gangs fighting up here. Oh, looks like there's some... Oh, shit. Oh, they saw me. Okay, it's okay. I was going to kill them anyway. No. Oh, crap. Don't die. Don't stay back. Boom. All right, we got them all. I'm hoping some of these gang members have some money. Oh, yes, thank you. Huh. It looks like one of these gang members was trapped in here. Wait a minute, I have an idea. Shut up. All right, so here's my plan. Maybe if I take him to a sheriff, the sheriff will just clear my bounty. All right, here we are. Let's see what happens here. Hey, I've got O'Driscoll for you. Hello? Can I just leave him here? Shit! It's a free criminal. Can you tell me something, please? Alright, fine. I'll take him back then. Alright, let's try the jail in Annesburg. Alright, please accept my peace offering. I don't want him. You can have him. Please, take him.
Hey! You piece of shit scum, I recognize you!
Wait.
You grabbed for style!
Oh no. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god. Get me out of here. There's no way I survived this. There are so many freaking cops in here. This is absolutely absurd. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, maybe I am Jason Bourne. Alright, crap. Go. Time to make our escape. We just massacred the entire town. We killed like 50 lawmen. I was not expecting that response. Alright, so I'm officially 3.5 days in, which means I'm officially halfway done with this challenge. I've been doing some hunting because obviously I ran out of all my canned food and I need to eat somehow, so living like a mountain man. Now we do have a little bit of an issue. I have quite literally run out of ammo. Pretty much entirely in all my weapons. I had to use them all up while I was trying to escape Annesburg.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a problem because those bounty hunters are going to keep coming after me and I'm not going to be able to defend myself. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You see, there's a certain gunsmith in Saint Denis who has a bit of a secret, a high-stakes poker game. So I'm thinking, if I go into that gunsmith, rob him and take all his ammo and weapons, and then go up to the poker room and steal all the money they're gambling with, I could potentially get a lot of money and ammo for myself with just 1 robbery. So I think that's a pretty good plan, but I think it'll work pretty fine. Unfortunately, it is going to be quite a commute, so, man, this is so annoying. I feel like I constantly have to, like, switch my path up all the time. Alright, I'm going to try to go on the train tracks instead. I can't fight right now. I literally have no ammo. Jeez, this town is on lockdown. See the amount of lawmen in this city just in this vicinity? I'm basically gonna have to just like walk on eggshells here. Alright, we're gonna have to get off our horse here. There's no way they'll catch me if I'm riding it. Alright, I'm nearly there. Oh crap. Another cop right there. This is so difficult. Alright. Oh no. This might be my only way in there, but there's a cop right there. Okay, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Oh, okay, I don't think he noticed me. All right, finally, gunsmith. Welcome to Cao Chow. You see this? Security door.
Hey, what are you doing? I've got 500,000 power in Mafia City.
That's right. Gotta keep it quiet. Go back in here really quick. Alright, grab all this ammo, grab all this ammo. Yes, this is exactly what I needed. Take all these and then we'll rob the gambling upstairs. Alright, money, 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 money. Give me the money.
I'm causing no trouble here. Leave.
Give me that money. This is perfect. Oh crap, how am I gonna open this thing? Do I have to blow this thing up? Really? Oh crap. Oh, I gotta get out of here quick. Yes, give me the money. Oh crap. Alright, we got $79. That was totally not worth it. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna have to escape to the rooftops. No. You're not gonna catch me. Oh crap. Take your cocaine, Arthur. Take your cocaine. I don't have much health, so I cannot afford a bad fall here. Alright, can I make that jump? Can I make that jump? Yes! Oh, come on, parkour time. It's parkour time. There's no way we just got away with that. I'm gonna have to be very careful about how I decide to leave the city. Every path I take has to be perfect. Yes, we did it. We escaped. At least we have some freaking ammo now so I can defend myself. And we've got money so I can buy some freaking food for myself. Oh, damn it, everything's always closed. I keep forgetting. I hate being the most wanted man alive. I don't know everything. I'm just gonna take a boat and thank you for the boat. Whoa, what the hell is that? That's so much better. Wait. Yes, this will be perfect. Oh my god, look at how fast this thing goes. God, I love the 19th century. I think I see a boat out there where I can hide out in. Yes. Alright, you stay right there, boat, in case we need to make an escape. Alright, doesn't look like I can go inside. But this is a completely good place to hide out nonetheless. I'm just gonna hide out here for as long as I can. Alright, so I've been waiting out here for a while now. 1:25 p.m., meaning we are now 6.5 days in. I've been waiting in this boat for like over a day. So literally 12 in-game hours left and I'm done. Really hope the bounty hunters don't find a way to come out here though. They can't, right? Like this has to be the foolproof solution. I think the law is confused. I'm like getting randomly wanted, but it's like, I think they literally like don't know that I'm all the way out here. Boom! There we go. Challenge done. We did it. We won. I survived an in-game week with max bounty in literally every single province of the game. Turns out all you needed was a frickin' boat. But yeah, time to get back to shore, I guess. Cannonball! Come on, Arthur, you can make it. Arthur, no! No! Oh, he's gonna drown. Well, that seems fitting up.
any pain came from it. The clothes for a ring. Anakin started himself at that last though, but soon after, a silly smile spread on his face. Yes, that was a great idea. It had been so hard to get her to admit her feelings for him. He wouldn't let her go now, or ever. He wanted to be with her forever. Love had done crazy things to his head. It would be complicated now that he wasn't going to get In their defense, the Zabrak broke something to him. He seemed suspiciously happy about it. Anakin's shoulders slumped. He didn't dare look into Obi-Wan's eyes. It's not what it looks like, he muttered. Then explain it to me. Anakin, you're like a brother to me, but I have to be able to trust you. You can trust me, Anakin exclaimed. It's got nothing to do with the war, I swear. Then tell me what it is. Anakin gripped at his own hair, squirming like an animal in a trap. It was just some photos, he said at last. Photos, Obi-Wan echoed emotionless. What kind of photos? Anakin squirmed some more, still not looking at him. The compromise. But I have to be able to trust you. You can trust me, Anakin exclaimed. It's got nothing to do with the war, I swear. Then tell me what it is. Anakin gripped at his own hair, squirming like an animal in a trap. It was just some photos, he said at last. Photos, Obi-Wan echoed emotionless. What kind of photos? Anakin squirmed some more, still not looking at him. The compromising kind. The genie took a deep breath. He didn't like how he had to pull every word out of his former students. Of me. Crap. Anakin, what have you done? Nothing. Why are you passing compromising photos of you over to Vader? It's his price, okay? He demands them in exchange for giving us the possibility to negotiate. How long has this been going on? Since the beginning. Dang it, Anakin. Now it was Obi-Wan's turn to grip at his hair. Why haven't you told me? Anakin cringed but didn't answer. What does he want these photos for? I don't know, blackmail material, I suppose. I have to know what is one of these photos. Anakin shook his head. I can't tell you. Of course he can. But he took a deep breath. It could get me expelled from the army. The genie felt his blood that dug into his skin.
It should be almost done, hopefully. I mean, you know. Give me a minute, right? Alright guys, just give me a minute. I'll be online soon, hopefully.
Zero gravity, I don't even know what that means. Oh yeah, that's the one. When I shop with Google, I can see what people are saying in order to make the smartest purchase. So my bed is currently cooling down, but my feet are warming up. This is the most high-tech bed I've ever laid on.
Are these real moves?
According to a new report, the development of Grand Theft Auto 6 could be over 1 billion or later on for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in the Grand Theft.
The next Star Wars movie
The main character of the 10th episode will be Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, and the events will unfold 15 years after the so-called 9th episode. We will see how Rey is building a new Jedi Order. And by the way, a small remark, it became known exactly what the name of the upcoming film is. The official name of the film sounds like this: Star Wars The New Jedi Order. And the creators are going to put a key emphasis on the long-awaited revival of the Jedi after Order 66. It can rather be called Rey's solo movie, while I'll call it Episode 10 for simplistic purposes, so that you... After the end of the sequels, each of them said that they would not return to the Star Wars universe alone, only as a team. I dare to assume that the return of Oscar Isaac to the role of Dameron is only a matter of time. Its president. Disney made it clear to her that if episode 10 becomes successful and collects more than $1 billion at the box office, she'll remain in her position. If it fails, we'll say to her goodbye. And the fate of hundreds of employees depend on Kennedy. So now she is going out of her way to make sure that people would love the 10th episode, and by doing so, bring the company the expected profit. Such a strict policy is installed due to a series of failures in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where each new project is starting to get worse and worse, especially in terms of fees. As for the rest of the characters in the 10th episode, so far everything is vague. Earlier, there were rumors that the grown-up baby Grogu was going to be a part of this project as a new Master Yoda, but now this decision is uncertain. The history of Grogu is not over yet. What will happen to him next will be shown by the Mandalorian finale in the form of a full-fledged film from Dave Filoni, which was first planned for 2029 and... Jedi. In the universe, Abrams decided to rewind everything again and annulled all that Johnson created, presenting us with the
Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Crisp taste. Crafted with soul.
I killed them all.
Tell them we found us.
So full of fools. It's a wonder that the rebels have such a hard time with them.
The rebels that are related to our...
via comms and strangles him with the Force over the vast distance of space.
Vader, the fleet has moved down to flight speed and we're preparing to...
You have failed me for the last time.
Well, it's not the first time Vader Force chokes someone. Ozma is the first one he kills this way. Plus, it's just so casual. Number 9, Rathtars Run Amok. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Han Solo makes plenty of friends smuggling things across the galaxy. And enemies. Unfortunately, it's his enemies who catch up to him after he meets Finn and Rey on the Millennium Falcon.
You're not hauling Rathtars on this freighter, are you? I'm hauling Rathtars. Oh, great.
A lot of speculation as to his identity.
I want to help you apply this 4-hour rule to your life.
Okay, I only have 6 seconds to tell you the current premiere is a light beer with 90 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and oh man, I'm out of time.
What?
I killed them all.
Tell them we
The slave dancers is Ula, a Twi'lek woman. During her dance, Jabba tugs on her chain to bring her closer, but when she resists, he has her thrown into the Rancor pit. While we don't see the deed, her scream is enough to make it clear that she was killed and probably eaten. Still better than listening to Jedi Rocks, though. Number 6. Han Solo reunites with his son. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Your son, he's gone. He was weak and foolish like his father. So I destroyed him.
Hold on, guys.
That's what Snoke wants you to
I'm watching a movie.
Han Solo's goals in attacking Starkiller Base are twofold. Blow it up and save his... Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The Star Wars movies are no stranger to shocking beheadings. One need only look to Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to entertain you guys while I
is the death of Count Dooku.
fix something
While
here.
rescuing Chancellor Palpatine, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi duel Dooku aboard an attacking flagship.
Get Falcon a match for him. He's a Sith Lord.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords
Oh,
are
yeah.
our speciality.
Your swords, please. We don't want to make a mess of things in front of the Chancellor.
Obi-Wan is knocked out, and Anakin manages to defeat Dooku alone by tapping into his darker impulses. He has the Sith Lord at his mercy, and down 2 hands. Literally. But Palpatine urges Anakin to murder the Separatist leader in cold blood.
Good, Anakin, good.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Anakin does so, using 2 lightsabers to cut Dooku's head off his shoulders. As shocking as it was for us, Dooku was even more taken aback by Palpatine's betrayal. Number 4. The whole crew dies. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. When Jyn Erso proposes stealing the plans for the Death Star, the rebel leaders are too timid to back her.
The Death Star plans are down there. Cassian, K2 and I will find them. We'll find a way to find them.
So she and her group go rogue and infiltrate an Imperial base on Scarif. We were sure that the rebel leaders would change their mind and arrive with the fleet. And they do. But it's too late to save anyone. One by one, the crew members die. Bodhi takes a grenade, Chirrut Imwe dies in his friend's arms, who dies soon afterwards.
It's okay. True. You will always find me.
K2SO sacrifices himself to give Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor time. They die too, when the Death Star fires at the planet.
Rogue One, may the Force be with you.
Sure, the rebels always face long odds, but seeing every major character in the story die, that's pretty dark for Star Wars. Number 3, Alderaan is destroyed. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. The Empire can often be the butt of the joke among fans, but at this moment, there's nothing more terrifying than the
I
power
could
they
see
display
that.
here.
I could not.
After Princess
I would
Leia
not
is
want to be
captured,
Leia
she's brought before
Skywalker
Moff
in
Tarkin,
Star Wars.
who threatens to destroy her home planet of
true, though.
Alderaan unless she reveals where the rebels are hiding.
I have chosen to test this station's destructive power on your home planet of Alderaan.
No. Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons. You can't
You will prefer another target, a military target? Then name the system.
Although Leia gives a fake location, Tarkin doesn't bother checking, since the planet is too remote for its destruction to instill the fear they need the Death Star to create.
You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusting. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration, but don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
So he has them destroy Alderaan anyway. Everyone Leia knew and cared for on the planet is gone in an instant. Obi-Wan can feel it through the Force, and it sends chills down our spines every time.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened.
Number 2, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's fiery devices. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Luke's aunt and uncle, Owen and Beru Lars, don't get much screen time in their first appearance, but it's clear they care for their nephew.
I'll make it up to him next year. I promise.
Luke's just not a farmer, Owen. He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
When Luke takes their new droids to see old Ben Kenobi, he and the Jedi stumble upon the remains of the Jawas that sold the droids to his family. From there, the stormtrooper's next target is clear, Luke's home. He rushes back, but it's too late. The farm is burned, and his family's charred skeletons lie next to it. We may not see the deed itself, but the grim result speaks volumes about the brutality of their deaths.
There's nothing you could have done, Luke, had you been there. You'd have been killed, too. And the droids would now be in the hands of the Empire.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest...
Chewy Pharmacy has great prices on the meds you need to keep your pet healthy and happy, including the one...
kinds of melee weapons or blasters. Let us know in the comments which of these is your favorite. Number 20, Grievous vs. 6 Jedi, Star Wars Clone Wars. Though it's often treated as the forgotten child of Star Wars media, this 2003 micro-series is a favorite of many fans. Developed and animated by Samurai Jack's Genndy Tartakovsky, Star Wars Clone Wars pushed the boundaries of what the franchise could be. One of the greatest gifts that it gave to fans was its treatment of General Grievous. The Jedi Killer, while impressive on paper, often feels quite silly in the way he's depicted, both in Revenge of the Sith and the computer-animated Clone Wars series.
I was expecting someone with your reputation to be a little older.
General Grievous. You're shorter than I expected.
Here, however, he's a formidable hunter and terrifying villain. Count him. He's facing off against 6 Jedi. He tears them apart like a horror movie monster, inspiring shock and fear in his victims despite their training.
Give me a minute, guys.
19, Obi-Wan and Asajj Ventress versus Darth Maul and Savage Opress. Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Anything more to say?
I like your new legs. They make you look taller.
The Clone Wars gave us plenty of thrilling duels across its 7 seasons, but 2-on-2 battles always feel special. Plus, there's just a certain novelty in watching Obi-Wan Kenobi wield a red lightsaber.
I want that back.
That's fine. Red's not my color.
Rarely have we seen quite so many crimson blades in the same space. Facing a formidable pair of foes and brothers Darth Maul and Savage Opress, Obi-Wan is forced to team up with adversary-turned-occasional ally Asajj Ventress. The ensuing battle is brutal and lightning quick, to the point that it's sometimes hard to keep track of whose lightsaber is whose. It's a duel worthy of a season finale, and Darth Maul's trash talk adds an extra emotional punch.
You Master Qui-Gon Jinn, I gutted him while you stood helpless and watched. How did that make you feel, Obi-Wan?
It's not every day you see Kenobi run from a fight. Number 18, Kanan and Ezra versus the Grand Inquisitor, Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars Rebels was quite a departure from the Clone Wars, but it soon won the fan base over with strong writing and scenes like this one. Taking place in a generator complex, it's reminiscent of the Phantom Menace's confrontation between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul. Kanan kicks the duel off by using Ezra's prototype lightsaber in unexpected ways. From that point on, the action does not let up.
At last, a fight that might be worthy of my time.
When Ezra gets his hands on a lightsaber to make it a 2-on-1, you'd expect the Inquisitor to be rattled, but he's totally unfazed, quickly taking Ezra out of the fight. Climactic, full of neat lightsaber work, and ending in dramatic fashion, this duel helped solidify Rebels' place in Star Wars history. Number 17, Mace Windu versus Darth Sidious. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
As any serious Star Wars fan will tell you, Mace Windu is a master of melee combat, one of the most talented Jedi to ever wield a lightsaber. In fact, he developed and perfected his own unique and aggressive style, known as Vaapad. We see his skills on display on Geonosis, where we got to see his amethyst blade.
Master Windu, how pleasant of you to join us. This party's over.
But it's during his confrontation with Darth Sidious that he really shows off his formidable abilities. The battle begins with Sidious cutting down 3 Jedi in record time, but the unflappable Windu uses his unpredictable style to disarm his foe. If only Anakin hadn't intervened. Number 16, Finn and Rey versus Kylo Ren, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
That lightsaber, it belongs to me.
Fans had been waiting a decade for another live-action duel when The Force Awakens came out.
Why am I laughing?
Finn
Oh,
wields a lightsaber,
I'm
he
watching this
struggles to
video.
hold his own against a riot trooper.
Sorry, guys.
In the finale, he does a little better against Kylo Ren, but fights with more grit than skill. This means it's up to Rey to face off against Darth Vader's grandson. It's a truly awesome moment when she force pulls Anakin's lightsaber into her hands. Fans were a bit skeptical that Rey managed to defeat Kylo, but hey, Kylo had just been shot. All in all, it was a thrilling duel that introduced fans to the lightsaber combat of the sequel trilogy. More choreographed than the originals, but less stylized than the prequels. 15, Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Sure, in terms of choreography, this duel can't hold a candle to those that followed. It's stage fighting, plain and simple. What it lacks in wow factor, however, it makes up for in terms of emotional charge and nostalgia.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
This was the first time that we ever saw a lightsaber duel, and that makes it historic. It's also a reminder of the fact that lightsaber duels are about more than flips and fancy spins. The stakes here are high, and Obi-Wan's sacrifice is incredibly powerful. In the years since, the time we've spent with Obi-Wan in other media has only added to the significance of the moment. Number 14, Rey versus Kylo Ren, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. While Rey and Kylo trade blows several times throughout the sequel trilogy, this is arguably their most satisfying duel. Rey is actually fighting like a Jedi this time around, and Kylo isn't hampered by a blaster wound. The atmosphere is all kinds of ominous, and there's a good balance of Force abilities and straightforward lightsaber combat. By this point, Rey and Kylo have a rather complicated relationship, giving the exchange an emotional intensity. Plus, there's just something epic about these characters duking it out on the wreckage of the Death Star, especially considering their respective legacies. Number 13, Darth Maul versus Pre Vizsla, Star Wars The Clone Wars. After having his potential cut short in the prequel films, Darth Maul got a new lease on life in the Clone Wars animated series. When Maul challenges Mandalorian warrior Pre Vizsla to single combat, the ensuing battle is all kinds of badass.
I challenge you, one warrior to another, and only the strongest shall rule Mandalore.
So be it.
We've seen Mandalorians fight Jedi and Sith alike, and their prowess in combat is often enough to make up for a lack of Force abilities. What makes the duel such a pleasure to watch, however, is Pre Vizsla's use of the Darksaber in conjunction with his more typical Mandalorian arsenal. Maul and Pre Vizsla have fundamentally different fighting styles, making it so that we never know what will happen next. Number 12, Yoda versus Count Dooku, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Master Yoda.
Count Dooku.
It's a treat for viewers pretty much any time Dooku pulls out a lightsaber, though not always for him. For years, fans had salivated at the idea of finally seeing the great Jedi Master Yoda in battle, but we didn't think we'd ever get to see it until this epic matchup. Few fans predicted the acrobatics Master Yoda would employ to gain an advantage over his much larger opponent. Struggling in with a walking stick and looking small and weak, he instead shows great strength, and his outmatched adversary ultimately flees.
This is just the beginning.
Number 11, Anakin versus Asajj Ventress, Star Wars Clone Wars.
Come, Padawan. Your fall will be my ascension to the Sith.
Asajj Ventress was initially designed by the art department for Episode 2, but she didn't actually make her debut until the first animated Clone Wars series. Sidious instructs her to kill Anakin, hoping to use her to test Anakin's skills. Their duel takes them through the jungles of Yavin 4 and into the ruins of Massassi temples. With fast-paced mid-air combat, as well as more deliberate face-to-face moments, this altercation has it all, including a dramatic ending. Once Asajj Ventress is defeated, an enraged Anakin stands on the edge of a dark abyss, holding a red-bladed lightsaber, a chilling foreshadowing of events to come. Number 10, Darth Maul and Savage Opress versus Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia, Star Wars The Clone Wars. What do you get when you combine 2 Sith and 2 Jedi? Well, 1 dead Jedi, apparently. When this bout begins, things seem relatively evenly matched. But before long, it becomes clear that that is not at all the case. When Maul's older brother and Adi Gallia separate and face off, it's one of the quickest and most one-sided affairs in lightsaber history. Managing to hold her own with him for mere moments after an ineffective kick, she meets her end when she is literally stabbed in the back. Number 9. Darth Sidious vs. Savage Opress and Darth Maul. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. The Dathomirian brothers make our list again, this time when they team up against Darth Sidious.
I sense a presence. A presence I haven't felt since Master.
Now that Maul has his own army, his former master sees him as a potential rival. Maul pretends that he's still loyal, but really he's out for blood, and Sidious knows it. This was arguably Maul's best chance for revenge against Sidious, but despite the aid of his brother, Sidious remains in control throughout. The Dark Lord kills Savage and laughs about it. Maul throws himself into the fight, but to no avail. The duel shows off the extent of the Emperor's true strength, and you can't help but feel for Maul as he grieves his brother. Number 8. Obi-Wan vs. General Grievous. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Hello there.
We know what you're thinking. How isn't a duel featuring a 4-armed cyborg with lightsabers in each hand higher up in the list? That just goes to show how many kick-ass saber contests there have been. Each weapon the general presents signifies a against our hero Obi-Wan, especially with Grievous's propeller-like blade action keeping him at bay. But once he begins to disarm the general of his weapons, literally, the type...
Hold on. That worked. Alright, cool. Perfect.
It starts to turn.
Oh, I don't think so.
Mind you, he does have to resort to a blaster to end the fight. Number 7. Yoda vs. Darth Sidious. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Faith in your new apprentice, misplaced maybe, as is your faith in the dark side of the Force.
When the Empire struck back in 1980 and we met Yoda for the first time, it became clear to fans that he was the light side counterpart to the evil Emperor. However, the idea of seeing the two come to blows never seemed possible. But when Episode 3 came out 25 years later, we finally got a face-to-face showdown. Yes, it's a CGI bonanza, and having Yoda and Sidious resort to lightsabers at all divided fans. But it's still an epic confrontation to decide the fate of the galaxy. Still, it was an amazing battle that featured Yoda having to make some momentous choices. Number 6. Ahsoka vs. Darth Vader. Star Wars Rebels. Watching a newly blinded Kanan tangle with Darth Maul in the Rebels Season 2 finale was definitely satisfying. But this episode also gave us arguably Rebels' most powerful moment, the reunion between an apprentice and her fallen master.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
I am no Jedi. Seeing Ahsoka realize Anakin's fate is truly heartbreaking. As they cross sabers, Vader's sheer power is awe-inspiring, but so too is Ahsoka's mastery over her weapons.
You must realize you are.
Or find victory another way. Know of any other times Obi-Wan flexed his brain? Do the smart thing and leave a comment below. Number 10. Trapping Maul and Opress. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi has never been one to seek vengeance, hence the whole Jedi thing. Maul, on the other hand, not so much.
You cannot imagine the depths I would go to stay alive, fueled by my singular hatred for you.
That may be so, but I defeated you before, and I can defeat you again.
Incensed over being mutilated by Obi-Wan and left for dead, a new and improved Maul goads the hero into confronting him by slaughtering a whole village. Maul and his brother Savage Opress soon capture the Jedi, but before Obi-Wan can be tortured to death, he's saved by another old foe, Asajj Ventress.
How unfortunate. I was looking for a challenge, not some wretched cast-offs from the Knight Brothers clan. What a disappointment.
Though Ventress is only interested in Opress's bounty, she aids Obi-Wan in fending off the Dathomirians.
Your master, Qui-Gon Jinn, I gutted him while you stood helpless and watched. How did that make you feel, Obi-Wan?
During the duel, Maul tries to get Obi-Wan to give in to his rage, but the latter sees the futility in fighting and flees with Ventress in an escape pod, stranding the brothers in space. Number 9, Scaring Off Tusken Raiders, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Sometimes the best shots are the ones you don't take. After Luke gets attacked and subsequently knocked out by Tusken Raiders in the desert, a watchful Obi-Wan arrives on the scene and scares them off by emulating the sounds of a crate dragon. Just as a side-by-side comparison, here's what one sounded like on The Mandalorian. Non-violent solution to get the job done. It's an indicative introduction to the wise old sage, as the movie established the true virtues of the Jedi way.
Rest easy, son. You've had a busy day. You're fortunate to be all in one piece.
Number 8, Tracking Jango, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. You'd think a Jedi Master like Obi-Wan Kenobi would have an easier time with a non-Force user, but credit his incredible wit for finding a way to turn a loss into a win. While looking for bounty hunter Jango Fett, Obi-Wan's search takes him to the ocean planet Kamino, where he finds a secret clone army being made for the Republic. Aware of the connection to Jango, Obi-Wan tries to prevent him from escaping, and the two battle on the landing platform. With a myriad of gadgets, Jango proves surprisingly resourceful, and even comes to believe that Obi-Wan is dead. After saving himself, however, Obi-Wan places a tracker on Jango's ship, leading him to Geonosis, and the answers he's been looking for.
Dad, I thought we'd been tracked.
You must have put a homing device on our hull.
Number 7, Getting the Drop on Maul, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Here's where it all began between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. While on a mission to protect Queen Amidala on Naboo, Obi-Wan and his master Qui-Gon Jinn are confronted by the Sith Lord. After a thrilling three-way battle, Obi-Wan gets separated and is forced to watch as Maul strikes down Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan furiously re-enters the fray, but Maul soon has him hanging from a shaft before kicking his lightsaber down it. Helpless and defenseless, things are looking bleak for Obi-Wan, but upon sensing Qui-Gon's lightsaber, he finds a way to turn the tide. In one swift motion, he flips over his adversary, catching the lightsaber before ending the bout permanently. Sure, Maul should have been more mindful, but Obi-Wan's quick thinking proves he's never out. Number 6, Distracting Darts Dinar, Star Wars The Clone Wars. If there's anything we've learned so far, it's that Obi-Wan knows when to fight and when not to. Or, in this case, when to take an absolute beating. Perhaps. Anakin Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano accompany Obi-Wan to the planet Gyros to rescue the captured Togrutan colonists. Obi-Wan later gets Separatist Commander Darth Dinar to reveal the existence of a series of bombs around the city. To give Anakin and Ahsoka time to disarm them, Obi-Wan challenges Dinar to a weaponless Zygerian showdown.
Excuse me, sir. We have a problem.
What problem?
Our spotters are tracking 2 enemy walkers moving quickly.
Not only does Obi-Wan deliberately let Dinar pound on him, but he endures long enough for the Padawans to do their job, eliminating Dinar's leverage.
Well, shall we discuss your surrender? Again.
Number 5, Going Undercover, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Clearly, Obi-Wan knows how to play the long game, but perhaps never more so than the time he went undercover.
Obi-Wan!
When there's rumblings of a kidnapping plot against Chancellor Palpatine, Obi-Wan allows himself to be seemingly killed by bounty hunter Rako Hardeen. Obi-Wan then disguises himself as Hardeen, getting himself sent to a detention center to gain the trust of Moralo Ibal, the prospective kidnapper.
Finish him, Hardeen. Very disappointing.
All due respect. I just want to do my job and get my money.
It's not an easy process over the multi-episode arc, but it does ultimately end with Palpatine safe and Ibal in custody.
Are you all right?
Yes. Thanks again to the heroics of the Jedi.
That's the second time today. We specialize in heroics, Chancellor.
Of course, it might have been just as well otherwise, because, Palpatine, but the crafty Obi-Wan more than proves his mettle. Number 4, Learning from Qui-Gon, Star Wars Rebels.
Now, the only one who has gained anything from all of this is me.
The death of Qui-Gon Jinn is a watershed moment for Obi-Wan. But rather than let it fuel his anger like Maul would like, he learns from it and lets it inform his later adventures. Years after their first encounter, when Obi-Wan is deep into his hermit days, Maul finally tracks him down on Tatooine. As short as their actual fight is, the lead-up is almost more important, as Obi-Wan shifts his stance to mirror that of Qui-Gon's during his final fight. After attacking, Maul tries to stun Obi-Wan with the hilt of his lightsaber, the same as with Qui-Gon. But Obi-Wan anticipates this, slicing through the hilt and delivering a fatal blow of his own. This is the cathartic end to their rivalry we needed. Number 3, Exposing Grievous, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Your move.
You fool! I have been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
Even though the cybernetic General Grievous isn't Force-sensitive, he still proves more than a match for Obi-Wan in this duel with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 lightsabers. Not one to be intimidated, though. Obi-Wan makes sure to even the playing field slightly by severing 2 of Grievous's hands. Grievous then tries to escape, but after a high-speed chase, their duel resumes on a landing pad. With both combatants out of lightsabers, Obi-Wan gets physically overpowered. He takes advantage of the close quarters, however, by pulling back Grievous's plating and exposing his organs. With Obi-Wan again hanging from the platform, now all it takes is some well-placed blaster fire to send the general to his grave. Number 2, Gaining the High Ground, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Obi-Wan's heated duel on the fiery planet Mustafar with his recently turned Padawan Anakin is as evenly matched as things can get. Though it could be said that Anakin's newfound rage could be the difference maker. Still, Obi-Wan manages to hold his own, as their epic clash takes them from the landing pad to inside the station to precariously hovering over lava. Desperate for an advantage, Obi-Wan hikes up the short embankment, hoping to get Anakin to yield.
Time for Anakin! I have the high ground!
However, the young Sith fails to see reason and plays directly into Obi-Wan's hands. Heartbroken, it's likely that Obi-Wan's never more wanted to be wrong when it comes to strategy. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or...
Roger. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 clone troopers.
Hi everyone. Whoever thought opening the group...
Roger.
Easy with that weapon, man.
We're here as friends. Oh, you made a friend. Mission accomplished. Can we go now?
For this list, we'll be going over some of the greatest clone trooper characters to be featured in the animated series Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Because many of them meet untimely ends, there will be spoilers ahead. If there's a clone that we should have shown, please let us know in the comments. Number 10, Wolf. A clone who served under Jedi Plo Koon in the famed Wolfpack squad, Wolf is distinguished from his brethren by the scar on his face and his cybernetic eye. As Plo Koon's right-hand man, Wolf often fought alongside the general on various missions throughout the Clone Wars. This ranged from mercy missions to investigating Jedi mysteries to frequent rescues whenever our usual heroes are in a jam.
Hurry, Commander Wolf.
He also displayed very little patience for C-3PO, and let's face it, you probably would too in his shoes.
Really? Must you be so rough? Oh, you think this is rough? Wait till we get to the surface.
Unlike many clones, Wolf does survive the war, showing up again in Rebels.
They call back. They never call back.
This is why I don't trust clones. Number 9, Heavy. Named for his fondness for heavy weapons, Heavy was a member of Domino Squad, a group of troopers the show follows throughout the war.
This one here is mine. Big gun doesn't make a big man.
During training, Heavy was initially rebellious and prone to going his own way, to the cost of his squad. However, after getting some sage advice from another clone, Heavy began to step up and become more of a leader.
You're always trying to be the anchor, Heavy. You do it on your own. Well, maybe you should embrace the fact that you have a team.
Unfortunately, the squad's first posting came under a separatist attack that put their own homeworld in danger of invasion. Thanks to Heavy's heroic sacrifice, that invasion was delayed. He even goes out on an awesome one-liner.
Do we take prisoners?
I don't.
Despite only appearing a few times, Heavy's impact on his fellow Domino Squad members and the show in general is definitely felt. Number 8, Waxer. Waxer served in the 212th as part of Ghost Company under Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was often spotted with fellow clone trooper Boyle, who he considered to be a good friend. The two are first seen on Ryloth, where they participated in the planet's liberation, while also befriending a young Twi'lek girl named Numa.
Oh, you made a friend. Mission accomplished. Can we go now?
The experience clearly influenced Waxer, as he added a drawing of Numa on his helmet after this. On Geonosis, Waxer and Boyle also helped rescue General Kenobi when his transport was shot down.
Waxer, Boyle, I'm glad to see you.
Sadly, Waxer met a heartbreaking end during the Umbaran campaign, when the traitorous Jedi Pong Krell tricked two clone forces into fighting each other. Waxer lost his life due to friendly fire. His tears get us every time.
We thought they were wearing armor. But it was you.
Number 7, Jesse.
Easy with that weapon, man. We're here as friends.
Jesse can be distinguished from his brothers and other ARC troopers in the 501st Legion by the large Republic emblem tattooed on his face and painted on his helmet. As one of the most recurring clones, he frequently fought alongside the other men in Anakin's Legion. Jesse placed a lot of trust in Fives especially. When Fives went against General Krell's orders, Jesse sided with him. This action nearly got them both executed.
Fire!
Tragically, Jesse succumbed to the Order 66 conditioning near the war's end.
Commander Rex, you're in violation of Order 66. I accuse you of treason against the Grand Army of the Republic. You'll be demoted in rank from commander and subject to execution, along with the traitor Ahsoka Tano.
He spent his final hours fighting against Captain Rex and Ahsoka before perishing in a starship crash. While a lot of clones are lost in the series' final episode, Jesse's demise hits especially hard. Number 6, The Bad Batch.
The cavalry has arrived!
We know we've been doing one person per entry, but we had to make an exception for the Clone Force 99, otherwise known as the Bad Batch, since they're such a tight unit. The squad consists of clone troopers with special genetic mutations. There's Wrecker, the heavily muscular berserker clone. Crosshair serves as the sniper, Tech is the brains of the operation, and they're led by Hunter, who has excellent senses.
Well, if you want my opinion, sounds like a trap. But me and the boys will tag along anyway. Only to say I told you so.
Oh, and there's one more, but we'll be discussing him later. Bottom line, the Bad Batch are both intriguing as a concept and in execution. We look forward to seeing these unconventional clones star in their own upcoming spin-off.
That was quite an impressive display.
Together, Cody is also good friends with Skywalker's frequent collaborator, Captain Rex.
What do you propose? Let Rex and me take a small squad behind enemy lines. There's a separatist cyber center which relays all battlefield intel to their command ship. If we're going to find anything, it'll be there.
The two clones often spent time together, whether they were off duty or working a mission together. Although Cody doesn't get as many moments to shine as some of the other clones on our list, he's still one of the most popular clones out there.
Good man, that Cody.
Number 4, 99. Not all clones are created equal. As we've already seen, some of them have mutations. 99's imperfections caused him to be looked over for combat and made to work in maintenance on Kamino.
Sorry about the mess, 99. It's okay, boys. Nice try.
Despite this turn of events, he saw all of the clones as his family. 99 formed attachments to a lot of the cadets, particularly Domino's squad. He even inspired Heavy to become a better man.
The Army's lucky to have a clone like you, Heavy. Not as lucky as I am to have a brother like you.
During the invasion of Kamino, 99 aided in the defense, helping retrieve ammunition. Regrettably, 99 lost his life while assisting his other clones in battle.
This is almost dreadful.
He had what it took to be a soldier after all. Touchingly, Clone Force 99 was named after him. Number 3, Echo. Named because he often repeated orders during training, Echo is another member of Domino's squad. Of all the clones featured on the show, Echo arguably has the most dramatic transformation. After going through many trials with his squad mates and the 501st, Echo appears to perish during the rescue at the Citadel. However, the show's final season reveals this not to be the case. Echo was actually captured and cybernetically integrated into a separatist computer to feed them Republic strategies.
It's okay, Echo. You're safe now. Just sit tight, Trooper. You're going home.
Thankfully, Echo is rescued and shows he's still loyal to the Republic by proving instrumental in winning the Battle of Anaxis. And given that he's joined the Bad Batch, Echo's story isn't finished yet.
If that's where you feel your place is, then that's where you belong.
Number 2, Fives. CT-5555.
No, I am Fives. Call me Fives.
Or Fives is the final member of Domino Squad on our list, and he's easily the most prominent. After surviving the squad's early losses, Fives makes his way up to ARC Trooper. Fives participates in critical missions like the Citadel Rescue, as well as taking center stage in the Umbara story arc, where he rebels against General Krell's orders.
I cannot just follow orders when I know they're wrong, especially when lives are at stake.
However, it's his final mission that really stands out. After a fellow clone triggers Order 66 early, 5 sets out to uncover the mystery behind why.
I recommend.
And became a soldier again.
I'll never make it back alive.
Yes, you will, sir.
Demise pushes Fives to embark on his final mission. Rebellious clone that sacrificed himself to save his brothers.
Live to fight. I'll fight to my last.
You have the option to be notified for a case.
Again.
I'll never make it back alive.
Yes, you will, sir. This is what I was born to do. Now go, before it's too late.
Hard Case, a hyperactive and rebellious clone that sacrificed himself to save his brothers.
Live to fight another day, boys. Live to fight another day.
Tup, his malfunctioning chip and Demise pushes Fives to embark on his final mission.
Oh, the nightmare. I'm free. No.
Cut LaQuaine, a clone who tires of war and starts a family.
I know you think I'm a coward, Rex. But believe me, I'll fight to my last breath to keep them safe.
Keeley, his last stand with his Jedi is awesome.
We can do this, General.
Let's make the end memorable.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Take your seat and welcome to Kern County, employee at a mall. This final warning from the judge comes with another snarky retort from Tobias, and he is told to exit the court. Now let's guess what Tobias Roman will do before he steps out the door. Is he going to A, cuss out the judge, or B, his original charges all were cleared except threatening with intent to terrorize, which he received 3 years in prison. We take you inside the Jackson County Courthouse and the sentencing of 31-year-old Camia Gomet. She was convicted of first-degree murder in the killing of her boyfriend Marcel Hill. According to the evidence at trial, Gomet made use of a frying pan, a floor lamp, and a large knife which she used to stab her boyfriend 12 times. She claimed self-defense, insisting she believed that Marcel Hill was an intruder. When she was declared guilty, Gomet still stuck to her story.
Is there anything that you want to tell the court before I impose sentence? Is there anything you want to tell the victim's family? Sure.
Thanks for that, Karen. When I finish up with you.
Próximo vídeo onde pessoas vão chorar aí.
Just talk again. I'll have my court officer put a piece of duct tape in your mouth. You understand it? Try it one more time and see what happens to your mouth. You got something else to say?
Even with the threat of duct tape, she continues.
Miss Sonia, give the duct tape.
Thank you very much for your eyes.
You know what? She's got a right to talk to the court after you murdered a relative of hers. And you're...
Hi, this is Robert Furrow, and take your seat and welcome
the chair.
Judge McBain's sentence.
It's good or bad?
This is the prosecution of 20-year-old Spencer Boston. He was charged with speeding and marijuana possession 2 months.
She's got to say, we'll wait here for a moment till we can get hard with a pan that you actually...
This is the prosecution of
skull, and then you stabbed him no less than 12 times. You gutted him like a fish in that apartment, too. You were relentless. You stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed until he was dead.
He was charged with speeding and marijuana.
You end up ultimately hit him in the head so hard. No, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting it well. After you murdered a relative of hers. And you're going to shut your mouth or I'm going to have some duct tape put on.
Well, you type
all right. We'll wait here for a moment till we can get her quiet.
While the judge waits for duct tape to arrive, he allows Banks to continue.
Remember Marcel and the love you had for him as we asked God to teach us to learn to forgive you because there is no love.
And then the prosecutor takes her own shot at Gomet without holding back.
You know, quite frankly, I have no idea how she just did that with the composure that she did. I thank God also that jury made the only right decision. And that is that today we have no choice but to send her where she will also die.
But before the session was over, it was Judge McBain who had the last word.
This is one of the worst cold-blooded murders I've seen in a long time. You end up ultimately...
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better because marijuana is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s and 90s.
But the judge wasn't in the mood.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You've got to go see the legislature to get that changed. You want to fix trial date?
Yeah, we can do that.
The judge tries to secure a trial date with the help of the court employees. Showing clear remorse for his action, Boston decides to pull out a joint, and nobody notices until he shockingly lights it up.
Hey, we the people deserve better.
But he is ushered out of the court by the court officer, and the judge puts in a final word.
Take you to jail.
Another count of marijuana possession is added to his charges, as well as disorderly conduct and contempt of court. Boston is forced to spend 10 days in jail. In the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, we're here for the sentencing of 25-year-old Amanda Kosel.
There's a lot of things that you can do, and your life doesn't have to...
Amanda is... devastated and teary-eyed by the impact statement, but the defendant's family in the gallery could be heard snickering, and Judge Kiana Lillard had this to say.
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member, this is a court of law. You cannot come down to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice and act any way you want to act.
That's the defendant's mother, Donna Kosel. Donna Kosel is brought back to the court and temporarily sentenced to 93 days in jail.
Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct criminal contempt.
With her mother out of the court, Amanda gets her sentence.
It will be the sentence of this court that you will serve 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. If there's nothing further, that concludes this matter.
As for her mother, Donna, she spent the night in jail and appeared before Judge Lillard the next morning. With tears in her eyes, she seemed to have learned a lesson after just one night behind bars.
I deeply apologize for what I did in your court. I just needed to get out, and it's been very hard for me this year, and I know for the other family, and I'm so sorry for what I did.
See different things happening in make-believe courtrooms that give people a skewed sense of reality, but this is real life here, and we just can't have people behaving like that. It can't be tolerated. So I will modify your sentence for direct criminal contempt from 93 days to 1 day with credit for time served, and you should be released today.
God bless you. Thank you. And I apologize very solely and for the other family.
Donna serves 1 day and is released. Next up is Michael
That's
Ray, who
not
faces
fair.
4 charges,
I mean,
including
I
criminal
don't get it.
trespassing, second-degree
But okay.
assault, among others. Bonds or bail hearings are usually quick proceedings if the defendant is cooperative enough. Based on the defendant's past history, a bail amount is suggested by the prosecutor.
County's requesting $25,000 full cash behind all charges.
You think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious.
We weren't done.
Ray decided to give himself an early departure, but the judge clearly wasn't having it and decided to double his bond.
All right, so bond is $50,000. No bail credit, dangerous community. Thinks these are funny charges. I was lucky I didn't hold him in contempt.
Ray just had his bond doubled to $50,000, and unsurprisingly, he wasn't done. He still had something to let off his chest.
Bring him in. I'm holding him in contempt.
It looks like that'll be all he's getting for now, but no, wait, he's coming back.
If we bring him back in, he's just going to get another 30 days for doing something else.
And here Ray comes.
Sir, I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What's the holding me in?
And so, all right, you can take him back. 100 days to serve. 100 days to serve? Okay, yeah.
Because of 2 EPOs?
That's right, she just gave him 100 days in jail, and surely now it's over. But Ray finds a way to make it worse.
I think we need to... Yeah. Can we bring him back? He's got to be charged.
In a space of 3 minutes, Michael Ray increased his charges from just 4 to 10 with a bond of $50,000 and 100 days in jail for contempt. This is 17-year-old Danta Wright, in court to receive his sentence for the shooting death of high school student Jordan Clee. He pleaded guilty to armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, felony firearm violation, and second-degree murder. A family member makes a victim impact statement on behalf of the mother who was too overcome with emotions to speak.
Why you felt that what you wanted, you were entitled to. Why you thought his death was the acceptable response to your jealousy or desire to what he had. Drugs, clothes, money, jewelry, phones, shoes, whatever it was that you felt you needed more than his life. Your why will never be better than his life. Your want will never trump my son's death.
His demeanor during the speech is strange for someone who should be remorseful. His speech even made it worse, as it sounded so lighthearted.
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
The judge was absolutely appalled by his demeanor and decided to reject the sentence agreement.
Watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial, and if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there. That's what I'm tempted to do.
1 hour later, after discussing with the victim's mother and grandparents,
we understand that obviously this is the defendant who brutally murdered their son by shooting him in the back of the head. He's shown absolute...
Is that what you understood?
It was looking like a quick day at court, with Austin Boone accepting the conditions of his sentence agreement. And while the judge finalizes the details, a bailiff notices something wrong about the defendant's attire, his trousers specifically.
178.
But Judge Burke was not having it.
Do you understand that you're going to stay a lot longer than you'd like if you don't pull your pants off? Because I said so.
He was given 15 minutes to think about his acts in the jury box. But what he did when he came out was nothing short of hilarious. He had totally removed the trousers, exposing his athletic shorts alone.
By removing your pants, it was extremely poor judgment. Okay, I'm holding you in contempt. I'm going to sentence you to 7 days to serve for direct contempt of court.
As the bailiff takes him into custody, he makes one last request. Austin Boone eventually served 2 days in jail for contempt of court. As for the original charges of speeding and possession of drug paraphernalia, the judge honored the plea agreement, ordering him to attend traffic school and pay $178 in fines. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and
sends him to jail for 10 days. Grazer was kept in a glass box due to the dangerous crime he was part of. But that didn't stop this man from trying to leave the box. The security tries to calm him down, but Grazer is bent on escaping that prison. He somehow got on top of the box and tried to escape. Grazer is relentless, and the officers even call for backup and use tasers on him. Grazer is finally caught and sentenced to mandatory psychiatric medical treatment. Next up, we have Franklin Williams in the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court, who is charged with aggravated robbery, 2 counts of theft, misuse of credit cards, and weapons possession. Williams had quite a lot on his plate and was waiting for sentencing, but he kept interrupting the judge. The judge wasn't having it.
Mr. Williams, I'm the judge in the matter. I'm going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it.
But you're not letting me.
That means zip it right now.
I'm trying to.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Williams didn't stop talking and kept interrupting the judge, thus causing the judge to gag him.
I'm going to tape it, and then I'll unzip it when I want you to talk.
the judge orders the court officials to tape his mouth. He warns the defendant not to injure any of the deputies. As the tape goes on Williams' mouth, he says, "It is what it is." The judge later apologizes for the tape incident and recuses himself from the case. The new judge sentences Williams to 33 years in prison. Next is the trial of Lucas Kendall in Miami-Dade County Criminal Court. Kendall was accused of shooting 2 men outside a club. He was formally charged with murder and attempted second-degree murder. During the court proceeding, Donald Byrd, the father of Keywan Byrd, made sure Lucas Kendall understood his pain. This was because the defendant's lawyer had tried to stop Kendall from going to jail on mental health grounds.
He's still in prison, man. He wasn't crazy. He wasn't crazy when he killed murdered my son, man. He wasn't crazy then, but he's crazy now. He's trying to get away from you, man.
Donald is guided out of the court as he still shouts in protest. Lucas Kendall tries to use the stand your ground defense in his favor, but it doesn't work. He was given a life sentence. The next case is a little different. We will focus on Judge Nancy Margaret Russo, a judge in Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court in Ohio. Larissa Rodriguez and her boyfriend, Christopher Rodriguez, were accused of killing their 5-year-old son and burying him in their backyard. There were signs of abuse and neglect on their son's body. As the judge sentences them, she fights hard not to tear up.
The other thing that this case I think really drives home is that there is insufficient consideration given to the people that work in the criminal justice system. And I look at these.
I know as a judge I'm not supposed to show emotion. And in 22 years I never have. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Whatever this child...
Michael McDonald's is no stranger to the court. He had been released on bond on charges related to forgery, burglary, and perjury. He also had a messy divorce with his ex-wife that ended with his ex...
In the courtroom, it's important... The last things you want to do when pleading your case is to insult the judge. But this first video shows the man by the name of Brian Noval who decides to break that rule anyway and quickly finds out just how big of a mistake he made. The video opens with Judge John Hurley reading off the charges for Noval, and he's clearly not happy to hear how much he's going to owe. Rather than accepting the fines and restraining orders he rightfully deserves for threatening the victim, Noval then retaliates, first by expressing his disbelief about the whole situation. Judge Hurley stands by the ruling, clearly not about to show Noval any sympathy.
Okay. Based on the facts of the case, going after someone with a knife, court finds there is a danger to the victim. Court's going to set count 1 at $10,000. Count 2, court's going to set that bond at $10,000. Court's going to order he has no direct or indirect contact with Jesus Noval. No direct or indirect contact. Must stay 500 feet away from him at all times. I'm going to order that he's not in possession of any guns, weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Court's also going to revoke his bond on 098502 CF10. You're going to be held no bond, sir, until further order of the court. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you. That's the truth. You're not going anywhere. That's the truth. All right, thanks.
As Brian Noval storms away from the stand, he swears at the judge, and he's quickly escorted back for his misconduct. Being rude in the courtroom is a definite no-no, and Hurley's fast to hold him accountable for it.
All right, Suzanne Wall.
His battery.
Oh, wow, I know, man. But that's the way life is. What did he say? Whoa. Bring him back. Whoa. Bring that guy back. Bring him back. Whoa. Hey, bring that guy back. You want him back? Yeah, I want him back right now. That wasn't a bit of a
Judge Hurley asked Noval to repeat what he said, and he openly admits to his insult. In response, the judge claims that he can hold him in contempt of court and that he finds him to be. While the man half-heartedly apologizes for his attitude, it's too late to backtrack as the judge sentences him to 60 days in jail.
So what did you just say when you walked away?
I called you a
because you're...
Did you?
Charges I had yesterday.
Okay, hold on a second, sir.
Battery charge.
Sir, this court is inclined to hold you in contempt of court, and I want to know from you, give me a reason why I should not hold you in contempt of court.
I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be, because there's not a reason this should be here.
Okay, sir, I find you in contempt of court for using that type of language with the court you just used, and before I pass sentence on you, I'm going to ask you if you have anything to say before I pass sentence.
I apologize, I was out of line. I'm just upset because this is not what I was charged with yesterday.
Okay,
I was charged with the battery.
I accept your apology, and I will sentence you to 60 days in the Broward County Jail. Thank you.
Brian Novalt jokes about taking his insult back, which only worsens his case as the judge holds him in contempt of court yet again, and this time he adds another 60 days, bringing his time in jail to a total of 120 days. It would have probably been better if Novalt just kept his mouth shut. Silence is the best defense.
Back in.
All right, sir, hold it. Come on back, sir. Sir, Sir, I'm inclined to hold you in contempt of court again. Would you like to tell me why I should not hold you in contempt of court for the last thing you just said?
I asked if you're allowed to do that for me.
All right. I find you in contempt of court for the second time you said that. Do you have anything else you'd like to say in mitigation of the second sentence I'm about to hand down?
I was just asking my attorney if he can do that.
All right, sir, you have nothing. I'm going to send you to another 60 days to run consecutive to the prior 60 days. So now you're up to 120 days in the Broward County Jail. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No.
All right, sir, thank you very much. You're done.
You know you can do that.
All right, thank you. All right, I think you should move along. So it's going to be 60 plus 60, okay, to run consecutive. Thank you.
After Brian Novalt spent 4 days in jail, Judge Hurley actually let Novalt out of jail, believing that he learned his lesson from his court appearance. Let's hope he did. Swearing at your judge isn't exactly a good idea, but laughing isn't wise either. In this next clip, we see the case of Amanda Kosal, who was convicted for drunk driving, which resulted in a fatal crash with a man named Jerome Zerker, severely injuring his fiancée too, and leaving his family devastated. During the trial proceedings, her mother was heard snickering to herself by the judge and asked to leave. Not only that, she was given jail time for her attitude, with the judge reminding everyone in court the importance of their behavior.
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member, this is a court of law. You cannot come down to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice and act any way you want to act. Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct criminal contempt. Anybody else want to go? Try it.
At least this Karen decided to leave with some dignity. We can't say that about the next one. Going through divorce can be tough, but this Karen took it a little too badly. Starting off by arguing with the judge, things quickly escalate when she literally tries leaping across the desk to attack the judge in front of her and is tackled by security.
Ms. Hardwick, you will be held in contempt of this court if you have disrupted. I haven't done anything to this court. I haven't done anything to them. She'll be arrested for 10 days for contempt of court. Go now.
It's always good to shoot your shot, but the courtroom might not be the best place for it, even when proceedings are taking place online. In the next video, we see a man who starts flirting with the judge convicting him, and she accepts the compliment, even looking pretty happy to receive it.
Judge, you're so gorgeous, Miss Judge. I just have to tell you, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Sometimes, though, it's the judges who can't hold back on what they really want to say. This judge isn't about to take it easy on the woman in this last video. Convicted of a brutal murder, the judge details her awful attack with intensity, saying that she gutted the victim like a fish, and emphasizes just how many times she agrees with the victim's family and hopes she dies in prison. Not only that, but he claims that if it were a death penalty state, she'd be going to the chair.
I understand you have to do what you have to do.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well. You know, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
But even with that last comment, to this day, Judge McBain has occasionally made headlines and stirred controversy, but he's kept his job. According to the elections website in Jackson County, where McBain presides, he won a fourth 6-year term on the bench in 2020 and at least the third of...
Expedia members save on travel.
Hand it over. Give me everything.
Election in which he ran unopposed. The woman in this next clip is at odds with the judge over showing up to court when she wasn't even served. The judge, understandably, is irritated because there's no reason for her to be there besides trying to get some kind of revenge. In addition, the judge even slaps her with her own fine to pay instead.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man for whatever reason you may have, and I really don't care because it does not involve me or my court. However, had I issued a PPO, you would have a basis to be before me. I did not issue a PPO. He did not pursue his right to a hearing on the PPO. You were never served, and here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500 forthwith to the county clerk's office.
In response, this Karen claims she knew it was fixed, but the judge isn't having any of that.
I knew it was fixed. I beg your pardon? I knew it was fixed. Miss Stevens, I highly suggest that you just exit my courtroom and go pay the sanctions before I find you in contempt.
The lady went on to pay her fine and hopefully didn't waste anyone else's time. In this last video, we see a woman who couldn't handle the reality of being served with her sentence. Convicted in a murder-for-hire plot targeted towards her ex-husband, who thankfully survived despite being shot. She looks around the courtroom in disbelief as she's given her guilty verdict. It seems like she can't accept the fact that she'll be going to prison.
Current 8, current 1, dated 11/13/17, signed 4-person. Mulva Hill, in violation of Penal Code Section 664/187, current 8, current 1.
Just so he can give her 30 days in county jail.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Adios. Give me that contempt. 30 days.
Deliberately.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know.
The words were that you deliberately were hawking us.
Bullshit. I didn't hawk up no saliva, okay? That's bull.
Criminals have to face the judge and jury no matter where they are. When reality hits them and they realize they will be spending many years behind bars, quite a few convicts react in a bizarre manner. It leaves the courtroom and internet astonished. But when you do the crime, you've got to serve the time. This is how 15 convicts reacted after hearing their sentence. Number 1, Jacob Matthew Morgan. Jacob Matthew Morgan was just 17 years old when he did the unthinkable. Back in March 2015, the young autistic teenager took the life of his toddler. She said that they had always believed in his innocence because they know their son. He loved his brother, and it was a tragedy that poor Joshua could not be with them for long. Jacob's mother and her husband, Mike Hill, had left Jacob to look after his baby brother. He told the investigators that Jacob was asleep when the fire started. But at previous court hearings, Deputy Solicitor Willie Thompson revealed to the court that Jacob waited outside the home as it burned down. He didn't call for help or try to save his brother, all of which points towards malice. Jacob had
I don't get how it's possible if this is a kid.
So when he
what comes
starting
next?
the fire
Blind
under
person
duress
doing
after a
it? I don't know,
5-hour-long
man.
interrogation, his parents were convinced that the boy was coerced. But investigators said that he gave them a number of different accounts about how the fire started. At his preliminary hearing, Jacob broke down into tears and collapsed on the floor while prosecutors talked about the fire that took Joshua's life. 2019, Fuller was found guilty of a jury for the death of 15-year-old Kaylee Jugga and injuring Kaylee's mother, Stephanie Jugga. The prosecution revealed that Fuller blamed Kaylee and her mother for getting him expelled from school and removed from the football team. He was just 15 years old at the time. The mother and daughter were upstairs in their home during the afternoon, a little while after returning from school.
They were planning on going to a family camping trip when Fuller snuck through an open window in the garage as he had intimate knowledge of Kaylee's home, her daily schedule. The prosecutors also argued that he had cased the home before the incident. Stephanie identified Fuller as the person who took the life of her daughter before her eyes and then assaulted her. Judge Mary Kay Wagner sentenced Fuller in May of 2019. Prosecution asked for the maximum penalty in the case as it had a root in domestic violence and because Fuller hadn't taken any accountability for what he did. He was sentenced to life in prison. Maurice Fuller, who had been completely remorseless throughout the proceedings, finally showed the first signs of emotion during the 6-day trial. He cried at a few occasions, with his head resting on the table in front of him. Number 3, Ryan Stone. Ryan Stone was 30 years old back in October 2015 when he was convicted for carjacking 3 vehicles, including one with a 4-year-old boy inside it. He was found guilty in April of 2015 of 11 felonies, including first-degree assault for injuring a police officer who tried stopping him. According to the Douglas County District Court Judge Paul King, Stone told him that he regretted the crime spree he went on back in March of 2014 that spanned 5 counties. He prompted a 75-mile-long car chase that was broadcasted live by the Denver news station's helicopter. The pursuit started in Longmont, a town 30 miles north of Denver. Here, Stone, who failed to appear in court for possession charges, stole a sport utility vehicle from a convenience store parking. A child was in the SUV when Stone sped away. He was heading south on Interstate 25 at a speed of 100 miles per hour, according to authorities. In Brighton, he crashed the SUV in a minivan and abandoned it with the child still inside, who was fortunately not injured. He was then witnessed yanking a woman driver out of her car, stealing it, and speeding away. He again crashed the car near Denver International Airport and fled again. After crashing another car and running, he was finally arrested. He was sentenced to 160 robbery in which Nathan, who was just 21 years old, lost his life. Potter was walking home to his apartment when he was assaulted and wasn't carrying any money. During the trial, Shondell showed no remorse for the victim's death or his crime. He even made a point of smiling at the victim's family, due to which he was escorted out of the courtroom. When his life sentence with no chance at parole was announced, Shondell got out of control. He spat a string of obscenities at the Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Rebecca Daly, while 3 deputies and detectives, James Hutchinson, dragged him to the floor of the courtroom. He was pepper sprayed and taken under guard. While the authorities tried to subdue Shondell, his family members standing in the back began taunting the victim's family. Assistant District Attorney Mark Williams had already shown the judge videos of Shondell reacting when the jury had delivered his guilty verdict. Back then, he had turned to Potter's family and spewed obscenities at them too, while smirking devilishly. Besides the life sentence, Daly also sentenced him to 5 years in prison for an unrelated fatal assault with a weapon that had occurred on the same day Potter died. Luckily, no one got hurt during his outbursts, except for Hutchinson, who was hit in the eyes by pepper spray. Number 5, T.J. Lane. T.J. Lane is a remorseless teenage criminal who was convicted for taking the lives of 3 students at an Ohio high school in 2012. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole by Judge David L. Fury, who noted Lance's visible lack of regret and motive as part of his reasoning for the strict sentence. Lane had pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including taking the lives of Daniel Parmerter and Demetrius Hewlett, who were 16 years old, and Russell McKean Jr., who was just 17. He also seriously injured 3 other students. Lane shocked everyone, but he appeared in the Chardon courtroom while wearing a white t-shirt underneath his button-down that he exposed during the proceedings. On the t-shirt, he had written an incredibly offensive word. He also smirked and showed the courtroom his middle finger. The 3 students who TJ injured and the relatives of the 3 victims who lost their lives were given an opportunity to address the judge before sentencing. Relatives of the students who died had already indicated that they wanted Lane to get the maximum sentence. The mother of Daniel Palmer, Tor, said to the judge, "I want him to suffer the rest of his life, the way I suffer the rest of my life without Danny." Lane could not have received the death penalty as he was a minor at the time of the crimes, but he was given the next most severe sentence, ensuring he spent the rest of his life in prison. Number 6, Manson Bryant. Manson Bryant had appeared quite frequently in the Lake County Court of Common Pleas. He was also not a stranger to Judge Eugene Lucci's courtroom. prosecutors revealed to news outlets that Bryant had a lengthy criminal history back since 1999, when he was just a minor. He'd already been sent to prison at least 3 times for 4 different cases, and at least 8 of Bryant's criminal cases had been assigned to Judge Lucci in the past decade, as per court documents. The most recent case was a home invasion in Plainville Township that occurred back in July 2018. Bryant was on parole when he was arrested for the said invasion. The jury found him guilty of several charges, including aggravated burglary, aggravated robbery, kidnapping, and abduction in 2019. The hardened criminal was presented before Judge Lucci to hear his punishment. In hopes of getting sympathy and a lesser sentence, Bryant told the judge, "I've made a lifetime of bad decisions. I respect you, and I respect your decision." However, this sentiment was short-lived as the judge sentenced Bryant to 22 years in prison. On hearing this, the defendant launched into a tirade laced with profanity that was recorded by the courtroom cameras. He was outraged at the 22-year sentence and accused the judge of being a racist. Bryant, who was actually facing 30 years, had actually been granted a lenient sentence by Lucci, who had considered his remorse. But because of the outburst, he changed his mind and added 6 more years to the prison sentence. And instead of 22, Bryant will now serve 28 years in prison. This is also not the first time Bryant had misbehaved with Judge Lucci. In fact, he had done the same in 2014 when he was sentenced to a year in prison after pleading guilty to receiving stolen property. Number 7, Dexter Johnson. Dexter Johnson was just 19 years old when the jurors convicted him of a capital crime in just 2 hours. The teenager was facing the death penalty after being convicted in the carjacking, robbery, assault, and death of Maria Apris in the summer of 2005. He was one of the 5 people who carjacked Apris and her boyfriend in June 2005. The couple was just sitting in the blue Toyota Matrix outside the boyfriend's home around midnight and talking. Johnson, along with his friends, threatened the couple with a weapon, threw them in the backseat, and drove them around Houston demanding money, credit cards, and ATM access numbers, according to the prosecutor. Lisa also told the court that Johnson had fun taking the life of Apris and her boyfriend. She said he wasn't just getting money, he was doing horrible things. The prosecutors revealed Johnson assaulted Apris in the car after parking it near a patch of thick woods. Apris's boyfriend was forced to listen to it on his knees as the 4 criminals taunted him. When the 4 men read the verdict, Johnson could not believe that he had been convicted, and he covered his face with his hands. He was definitely angry and stormed out of the courtroom through the side door as soon as they adjourned to the jury room. The condemned criminal was eventually given a death sentence, and this was just one of the many crimes that Johnson committed during a month-long spree of violence that year. Number 8, Kayla Norton. Kayla Norton, with her partner Jose Torres, did something vile and incredibly racist. The couple was convicted and sentenced to prison when they made racist threats against a group of black people at a child's birthday party. According to a CNN report, Torres was sentenced to 20 years, with 13 in prison, after he was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated assault, 1 count of making a terrorizing threat, and 1 count of violating Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. On the other hand, Kayla was sentenced to 15 years, with 6 in prison. The sentence stems from an incident that occurred in July 2015. Torres and Norton, along with a group of people, joined a group of Confederate flag wavers driving through Douglas County in Atlanta. Most of these flag wavers were part of a group called Respect the Flag. The group passed by the victim's residence that was hosting a birthday party for a child. Then they parked their trucks near the house, and Torres, along with some others, retrieved the weapon and threatened to hurt the partygoers while using derogatory racial slurs against them. Both Torres and Norton looked distraught by the verdict. Norton also apologized to the court for her role in the incident, saying, "I want you all to know that is not me. That is not me. That is not him. I would never walk up to you and say those words to you." It caused him to go deaf and blind. The boy was unresponsive at the hospital. Prosecutors requested Judge Anthony D'Onofrio to impose the maximum sentence possible, keeping the injuries suffered by the boy in mind. The prosecutor said, "Baby Eric Jr. was the biological son, is the biological son of the defendant. He was in position to protect him, care for him, nurture him, and instead he caused great harm to him. He's going to suffer visual disabilities, hearing disabilities, and will have to remain in a wheelchair permanently because of what Eric did." Penland maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings and claimed that he had been falsely accused and wrongfully convicted. He said that he couldn't be remorseful of something he knew he didn't do. But when Judge D'Onofrio announced the 11-year-long sentence, Penland burst out into a fit of rage and shouted that he didn't do anything.
Man, I didn't do anything wrong, man.
However, McLaughlin and the foster mother, Lawson, said that they were glad that Penland received the maximum penalty. Number 10, Anthony Rodriguez. Anthony Rodriguez was convicted for assaulting a deaf woman at the Martin Luther King Park in Bakersfield.
Oh, there's deaf people have been in for that. Kind of funny though. But I feel bad though. I don't watch this video because I feel like it. They're not about that. I just want to watch this video.
Guilty verdict in a brutal murder and helping kill his friend Antonio Barbeau's great-grandmother.
Starting off this countdown, we have Elizabeth Wettlaufer. 2007 through 2016, she used her powers as a nurse to take the lives of 8 of her patients and injured 6 others. She would do so by giving them lethal doses of insulin. She also admitted to stealing opioids to fuel her personal addiction. After she confessed to the killings, an interview took place with the police, and that's when she confessed her crimes once again, this time in a detailed statement. Apparently, she had voices in her head telling her to kill those patients.
It's hard for me to say to believe that it was the devil. And part of me thought it might be God with a purpose for my life.
At first, she believed that this was God talking to her, so she felt okay killing for him. Then later on, she thought maybe it was the devil. On top of that, she claimed that it was a gut instinct telling her that these people needed to be killed. And when she did the deed, she would hear laughter in her chest.
Whatever it wasn't a voice in my head, it was a voice in here. And when I would do it afterwards, I would hear like a laughter in my head.
She was sentenced to 8 concurrent life sentences with no chance of parole for 25 years. In our 9th spot, we have Robert Durst. Robert Durst is an American convicted murderer and possible serial killer. It all started in 1982 with the disappearance of his wife, Kathy Durst. Obviously, he was the main suspect. Then in 2000, he murdered one of his friends, Susan Berman, and in 2001, he killed his neighbor. And just this year, he was finally convicted for killing his wife. During his interviews and interrogations, he maintained his innocence, claiming that he never did it. But after one of his final interviews, he made a grave mistake. He went to the bathroom and didn't realize that his mic was still on. While in the bathroom, he was talking to himself and basically confessed to the killings.
There it is. Here's Ford.
He was struggling financially. In our 8th spot, we have Daniel Wazenak. Daniel White. Then when he heard that his friend Sam Herr had $62,000 from combat pay, he decided to kill Sam in order to steal his money. Then he ended up killing a woman named Julie Kabushi, a 23-year-old college student who was tutoring Sam. His plan was to make it seem like Sam killed Julie and then went on the run. But in the end, he was caught. This video is from the police interrogation of Daniel. Here's him putting the blame on Sam.
Just open the door and see. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Everything good? He's like,
Theater show for them. In the end, Daniel did confess, but figured he might try and act insane in order to get off with lesser charges.
money and insanity. Money and insanity. Okay.
In our 7th spot, we have patient number 18. Now, this has got to be one of the creepiest and mysterious clips on the internet. It's an interview featuring a man named Patient 18. This interview is filmed at a psychiatric hospital, and this man is there because he has schizophrenia. This tape is actually what schools use to teach their students about schizophrenia and the mind. But it's mysterious because we don't know much about this dude. Now, I just want to say, having schizophrenia or mental health issues does not make this guy an evil person. He's on today's list because apparently at the hospital he admitted to taking someone's life. Plus, he has a history of criminal behavior. Upon doing more research, this might be a man named Stephen E. Anyways, take a look at this interview.
And what happened that ended up with your being here in the hospital?
The psychiatrist decided that this was the situation for me.
Did he tell you why?
No, the psychiatrist did not.
Has anybody told you why?
And
falling through the ceiling. He then drove away in a rental truck that someone left with the engine running. But don't worry, it was short-lived freedom because within days he was caught again and in more trouble. In the end, though, he did plead guilty to 3 murders. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with Andrei Chikatilo. Andrei Chikatilo, otherwise known as the Butcher of Rostov. Now, the interview is in Russian. Ready to pass away to the other world again. That right there is creepy, not gonna lie. In our 4th spot, we have David Berkowitz, but you probably better know him as the son of Sam.
Something I don't know.
Beaver. In July of 2015, 16-year-old Michael Beaver and his 18-year-old brother Robert took the lives of their parents and 3 siblings. They first attacked their sister. When she screamed, their mother ran out of the bedroom and they stabbed her over 50 times. Eventually, they worked their way around the house, killing their family members. It's a very scary and graphic case. In this interview, Michael completely confesses to everything to an officer.
So he was buying weapons because you guys had talked about murdering. And he started planning again. Okay. And that you didn't want to do it? I didn't want to do it. I didn't.
In 2005, he was convicted for his crimes and was sentenced to 175 years in solitary confinement without the possibility of parole. This video is Dennis's confession to killing Maureen Hedge.
So I very carefully snuck into the house, kind of like a cat burglar. And after checking the house, she wasn't there. So about that time, the doors rattled.
Literally becoming wealthy for killing someone. He's guilty. He's even admitted to it, but he never got penalized. Here are some disturbing moments from an interview with him. Moving on to number 8, we have Rodney Halbauer. Ever since Rodney was young,
I'm good. So anyways, once you're done, open up GTA 5, and as you can see, the game downloaded the
Teen men and boys.
Jeffrey Dahmer grabbed a metal bar from one of the guards. Jeffrey Dahmer was notoriously emotionless, and his last words were in keeping with his character. As you may know, Dahmer was faced with a sentence of 957 years, so prison was a place he was never going to come out of alive. But 3 years into his sentence, another inmate thought that his sentence wasn't punishment enough. In prison, Dahmer would be known for his grim sense of humor, and even put up a fake advertisement for Cannibals Anonymous, and told one of the guards, "I bite." So, one day, Dahmer was on cleaning duty with 2 other inmates. Seeing as he was now alone with Dahmer, fellow inmate Christopher Scarver grabbed a metal bar from the weight room and gave Jeffrey a taste of his own medicine. He killed him. He killed him slowly. By the time the guards found him, he was basically unrecognizable. It was a level of justice that was probably deserved. Dahmer's entire demeanor throughout his trial was completely emotionless, and now facing death, his chilling final words were, "I don't care if I live or die. Go ahead and kill me." Number 2, Timothy McVeigh.
A massive car bomb exploded outside of
and took their weapons off religious and neo-Nazi groups. McVeigh saw this as an infliction upon their freedom and was paranoid that the US government was trying to disarm the public, and he let the world know his views through a horrific bombing in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma carries the death sentence, and McVeigh knew he would one day be sitting in that electric chair. He showed little remorse and believed that these killings were for the greater good. In an interview, he stated, "Death penalty is what you would call an oxymoron. Death is not a penalty, it's an escape. They treat me like a trophy, like they got me. They're gonna kill me, and we won." They didn't win. In the crudest terms, 168-1. And before facing lethal injection, his last words were just as self-assured. In his final few moments, he said, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." This is a line from William Ernest Henley's poem Invictus. This verse was also read out a few years earlier at the funeral of Ronnie Cray, a notorious British gangster. Number 3, Ted Bundy.
This morning, just after sunrise, the man suspected of brutally killing.
He was a cold-blooded psychopath who failed to view women as anything other than objects of sexual desire. After decapitating their bodies, he would hold on to their heads as souvenirs. Upon being captured, he maintained his innocence for a long period of time. But when he was put on death row with nothing to lose, he finally confessed. So, after his last meal of some steak and eggs, he was invited to the electric chair. The press waited with bated breath to see what his last words would be. The tabloid press, who wanted him to say something evil, were left disappointed. It was an anticlimax.
All he said is, "I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends." That was Ted Bundy's last statement.
His eyes looked like he was almost a child, and his mother called him doing something wrong.
I think if I asked a lot of our audience what their last words would be, it might be something similar. But these words coming from Ted Bundy give them a scary reminder that he's not so different from you or I. Number 4, John Spenkelink. Capital punishment is a highly controversial form of justice, and lots of prisoners use the theater of sitting in the electric chair to critique this brutal punishment. John Spenkelink was one of these people. Spenkelink allegedly picked up a hitchhiker, and they ended up spending the night in a cheap motel when it was reintroduced in Florida in 1976 and campaigned against it.
I don't think if there'd just be a very few that don't. But I don't think there's anybody on death row now that does want to die.
It was a controversial decision. Human rights groups were appalled, but many Floridians felt the other way, because Florida. On the day of Spenkelink's execution, a popular radio DJ in Jacksonville aired himself sizzling some bacon to celebrate. Again, Florida. So the state's killing machine was dusted off and plugged in again, and there was a sense of it was like starting an abandoned car up again, and it might not work, or could conk out. Facing reporters before his death, he said, "Capital punishment. Then without the capital, get the punishment." And those of you who oppose the death penalty might agree with this statement, but maybe the messenger in this case does not help the cause. Number 5, Robert Charles Comer. Robert Charles Comer was not the most eloquent of serial killers. While most of these killers see themselves as poets, this man was rather scarily normal about the situation. Comer was remarkably calm about his death sentence. In a competency hearing, he said, "I don't know what everybody's so scared about. Death is not that damn bad." And in fact, he also showed some remorse for his actions. Although he fought his appeals against capital punishment, he eventually dropped them and said he owed it to his victims. It was time to face the music. So, standing across from 20 witnesses, the warden asks,
"Are you ready to?"
Warden asks him if he would like to have any last words. His response was, "Yes, go Raiders," in reference to his beloved NFL team, the Oakland Raiders. Number 5, Peter Kürten. Peter Kürten was known as the Vampire of Dusseldorf, and for good reason. He was convicted of 9 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. The vampire nickname came from the fact that he would often attempt to drink the blood of his victims. His crimes were committed in 1930s Germany, when capital punishment was still part of its justice system. And by capital punishment, I don't mean sitting in an electric chair. This guy was given a French Revolution-style ending on the guillotine. Facing up to his sick and twisted actions, Kürten's last words would give one last reminder of how disturbing this man truly was. Before the guillotine dropped, he said, "Tell me, after my head has been chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be a pleasure to end all pleasures." Number 7, Carl Panzram. Carl Panzram was charged with 21 murders, more than 1,000 sexual assaults, and another 1,000 or so robberies and arsons. Despite the size and scale of his crimes, he never left one single shred of remorse. When sentenced to death, he said, "I look forward to a seat in the electric chair or dance at the end of a rope, just like some folks do." He was genuinely angry with human rights activists who tried to get in the way of his execution. He was executed by hanging in 1930, and his last words involved him screaming at the executioner to get a move on. He said, "Hurry it up, you Hoosier bastard. I could hang a dozen men while you're screwing around." Number 8, Eileen Wuornos. A lot of serial killers have a messiah complex. They think that through murdering people, they have godlike power to take life away. Eileen Wuornos was one such killer. In the space of a year, she killed 7 men. She was a sex worker and argued that most of these killings were in self-defense. But then, facing a death sentence, she came clean. And said that she showed that she literally believed that she was the second coming of Christ. Her last words were, "I'd just like to say, I'm sailing with the Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day, with Jesus, June 6th, like the movie, big mothership and all, I'll be back." It won't surprise you to learn that she did not come back on June 6th. Number 9, Roger Keith Coleman. Roger Keith Coleman murdered his sister-in-law and was sentenced to the chair. The strongest argument against the death penalty is, what if the judge and jury got it wrong? The criminal justice system, after all, is far from perfect. And this is what Coleman said as he stood on the chair. His words were, "An innocent man is going to be murdered tonight. When my innocence is proven, I hope Americans will realize the injustice of the death penalty, as all other civilized countries have."
Mr. Coleman's last statement referred to about killing an innocent person. And he also stated that he loved his girlfriend, Sharon.
Number 10, Thomas J. Grasso. Thomas J. Grasso's crimes were particularly cowardly. In 1995, he used Christmas tree lights to strangle a defenseless 85-year-old woman. 6 months later, he strangled an 81-year-old man and stole his social security check. But Grasso is probably most famous for his last words. On your last day on death row, you have what will be your final meal. It can be almost anything you want, and most people go pretty extravagant and order steaks and lobsters. Grasso's last meal was a considerably long order. It consisted of 24 steamed mussels, 24 steamed clams, a Burger King double cheeseburger, 6 barbecued spare ribs, 2 large milkshakes, a tin of SpaghettiOs with meatballs, half a pumpkin pie, and strawberries and cream. But the chef got his order slightly wrong. The chef misunderstood that he wanted spaghetti with meatballs, which I'm sure a lot of you will agree is a much nicer dish, but Grasso saw this as a great injustice and made this known before he left the earth. His last words were, "I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." Number 11, Albert Fish. Albert Fish was one of the most notorious murderers of the early 20th century. He's believed to be the killer of at least 100 children, but the true extent of his evil is something we will never know. He was a sadomasochist, and before being put on the chair, he told the gods, "It will be the supreme thrill, the only one I haven't tried." A witness during his execution noticed that Fish needed a few jolts to kill him before he died, and this was probably due to the number of needles Fish had inserted into his body. It took 3 minutes and several thousand volts to make sure that this guy was finally removed from this world. His last words were, "I don't even know why I'm here." He was a classic psychopath who did not even comprehend right from wrong. Number 12, John George Haig. John George Haig did not say much when sitting on the chair. His last recorded words were in a letter sent to his girlfriend. They read, "It is difficult to say farewell under these circumstances, but you will understand that you will always be in my thoughts. You know I have been proud of our association. It has always been an honorable one. I shall remember your great kindness and devotion. Now I must leave you." And these kind words give us the impression that he's a fairly decent and honest fellow. The truth is that he killed and dissolved 6 women in acid. He was known as being quite a charmer and used to commit crimes of all kinds, including murder. But he will forever be known as the acid bath murderer, and from being far from charming in reality. Number 13, William Bonin. William Bonin was known as the freeway killer. In the space of a year, he would kidnap, rob, murder, and rape 14 teenage boys. He would find hitchhikers on the freeway. They would get into his van, and he would bring them to their destination. Sentenced to death, his final meal was a feast fit for a king. He devoured 2 large pepperoni and sausage pizzas, 3 pints of coffee ice cream, and 3 packs of regular Coca-Cola. Cholesterol levels don't really matter that much when you're about to face execution. His final words were ones of sorrow and regret. He said, "I would suggest that when a person has a thought of doing anything serious against the law, that before they do that, they should go to a quiet place and think about it seriously." Number 14, Angel Maturino Resendiz. From the freeway killer to the railroad killer, Angel Maturino Resendiz was a drifter, riding the rails, and would jump in and out of trains to cross the U.S. And during this tour of the good old U.S. of A., he managed to kill 20 people from near railroad tracks. When he was finally caught, he showed no remorse.
Ready?
I stutter just like a pig, because this country is like the mother of all countries, and what happens in the U.S.